Going live.
So Sarah.
Hello. We are now live with the P.O.O.P tournament finals.
Yay!
Hoping extra poopy.
Yay!
Yes. So, if we all just want to introduce our host quickly, we have Christian and Jeb from the Pit Offensive Official PvP P.O.O.P community.
Yay!
Yes.
Absolutely.
Welcome to our Behemoth stream for the finals. We're really excited to work so closely with you guys and put this on for everyone. So thank you so much for running the first half of the tournament.
Yeah, that was great. That was great. Now you can introduce us.
Yes.
That's awesome to hear.
So from the Behemoth today, we have myself, Amanda, and we have Aaron.
I'm a level designer on Pit People.
Yes, and John.
I'm a co-founder of the Behemoth 21 years ago.
Whoa.
Yay! Yeah, way.
John
Mr.
Behemoth.
John Behemoth.
John Behemoth himself.
Way. Yes. No, I thought it was fun. We're getting geared up to go to PAX in about 10 days. PAX East starts, so I thought it'd be fun to do something with the community before we head out there.
Very exciting.
Awesome. So, Jeb and Christian, could you please introduce our first match today?
Absolutely. So we have Norm and Druppel here, two players who've been in the community for a long time. Norm especially, he's been on P.O.O.P since day one. Pretty much helped found or set up the first turns we've ever done. So he's been playing the game for forever. Very experienced player. And Druppel, who's been another phenomenal player.
What are you guys looking most forward to in terms of the tournament? You know, things that you think are going to stand out in terms of gameplay.
Well, I'm very curious coming into this. You know, as a designer on the project, I'm super interested in how the meta's developed and what sort of teams have been assembled to counter the other. You know, you say you've got a couple of very experienced players here, and I'm very interested in how they have built their teams to counter one another.
Oh yeah. The first thing I'd say from that is what we're going to see a lot of is, I like to call it the 3-2-1 rule. Basically, all the best teams are made up of 2 or 3 of one unit, 2 or 3 of another, then either a hero, cupcake, or mushroom. Those two make for the best heroes. So that's going to be the majority of the teams we see this tournament. Let's see what we get started off with here.
Oh, a full tinted team. That's actually really
Wow.
Yeah, Norm likes the neon
That
tint.
is a lot of work.
Eric.
base.
Right away on, I think that's Druppel's side. He's got Pixie Bold starting off with one of the best teams in the game.
Already,
You gonna
yeah,
place
see
a bet
that.
there?
That's one of the best teams.
I'd argue it's the best team.
The
Here,
best
you wanna?
team? Oh.
Oh yeah.
It depends on if the other team has a specific counter to it.
So this is one of the
But
team
no,
comps
alright.
we see a lot in the tournaments.
Here, you can go ahead and just place bet and get the. You don't need to watch that. Let's just get to the game right away.
Oh,
So,
do I
yeah.
just click on it? Oh,
Just hit place. Yeah.
oh
right
sorry.
There.
There
Oh,
we
you're
go.
all
And then move around and see what they're doing.
Oh, Dan is here. Dan's in the chat.
Oh, Dan Palin
No
himself.
way!
Dan Paladin is watching, everyone.
The emissary himself.
Sloopa-doopy-boppy-doo.
See Carbo in chat saying Pixie Bowl is mid. What a guy. Best team in the game, and he knows it is. Realistically here, matchup wise, I see Norm has that electric sword, which does double the damage to pixies. I think it's more than that even. So it really is good pixie shredder, but with those kobolds, you really can't get good hits on them. So I almost want to say so right away a match for Druppel to win, but we'll see.
So what do you think his angle was taking this Wraith? Like, what's his primary target with it?
I don't know. This is the first time Norm uses team all tournaments. Pretty unorthodox. Like I said, the 3-2-1 rule, and then he's just dismissing that. So really, he just has units that can all do damage. He's just going to try to focus as much damage in as he can. He has to focus the kobolds with it because Druppel's not going to let him attack anything else. So just try to kill off the kobolds and finish off the team as soon as they can. But a powerhouse team like Pixie Bolt, those pixies just will do way too much damage. They're just going to power through all the humans, I think. But we'll see.
As someone who's watched Pixie Bolt in action more times than I can count, this is I at the moment don't I gotta see like what the game plan is from Norm, because this is very much looking like if I had to place my money on anyone, it would be Druppel at the moment.
Oh yeah. Everyone here is thinking Druppel's winning.
So I have a question for Aaron. So when you designed this level, was it purposely with this pinch point in mind?
Yeah, a checkpoint or a choke point here in the middle, but also, you know, if there's a lot of, especially when you have these cupcakes, you can sort of string characters along and try to, you know, kite enemies and
Right.
make sure that they can, you know, you can keep your most valuable units healthy. So if somebody wants to break off, you might want to, you know, we might end up seeing a cupcake and you know, one of these pixies sort of break around the side and try
Right.
to
Right.
regain their health.
Right.
A question that I have for you, Aaron, is what is your favorite side quest? Or quest in general? Yeah.
Oh my gosh, there are so many. I'm a huge fan of the Euratio side quest. Just
Oh, that's so
because
based.
I
Yeah.
love, you know, seeing those two characters, you know, like reacting to the soul join in full effect.
Oh yeah. No, that was a very good one. No, I definitely say my favorite was probably the Madam Megabat questline.
Oh, nice. With the
yeah,
sun
yeah.
sword, not to give
Yeah.
away too much. But
No, that was definitely probably my favorite.
nice.
Was there one that was particularly the most fun to design?
Oh man, that's tricky. There's the baby ball tournament that you play.
Uh-huh.
That
Oh,
was a ton
yeah.
of fun. The March for Babies. Yeah, it was one of the last quests we designed, and it was so.
March
Yeah.
for
No,
Babies.
that was whenever me and my friend first played that. No, we were taken off guard. Like, oh, okay, this is happening now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right, you don't
Yeah.
expect that it's going to be a full, like, little mini sports tournament, which I guess is appropriate to bring up now because we are in
Yeah.
full sports arena mode.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Talk about the maps all day. Some of the maps are rather notorious in PvP. We'll see if we get any of those maps today. Talk about what people feel about them.
I'm
Anybody
personally
have
hoping that
any
we get some
opinion
good
on
bear
blue?
blood.
You know, basically cutting through the middle. Is this a
Well,
good strategy? Is this?
I'd say it's better than just taking the brunt of the front of Pixie Bold for sure.
I was wondering if this was to stretch out your units so you don't get hit by the, you know, when you're all clustered up, the pixies.
Every
Blast.
single
Right,
explosion.
Oh.
right, right.
Exactly.
What
Yeah.
he's going
Guys are
for,
reaching.
what Norm is going for here is absolutely like, Druppel has his team separated a little bit. You see the clump surrounding Norm's Pixie, and then the other side is on the other side. The reason Druppel has surrounding that Pixie is because that Pixie is effectively a dead unit now. It can't attack anything. Nothing's in range for it to attack. But because of that, Druppel's units are spread out. So Norm's just trying to keep those units spread out so they can't formation together at all. Trying to just deny any Druppel from doing anything here. I do want to point out the total health pool at the bottom of the screen. As you can see, Druppel is well ahead on health. Like you can see overall health at the bottom. Just Norm's already at half, and Druppel's still looking pretty full. So it's a pretty clear cut how this game's going to go already.
Right.
I gotta take a second to highlight one of my favorite messages I've just read in chat. Nah, Norm has got this. Norm is just built different. Abnormal, even.
So
Normal.
these are our best. We always do sets best of 3, so there is a chance Norm could still win the next 2 games and just win the set. We'll see. But right now, this is not looking possible for Norm at all.
Well,
So are we gonna see this many pixies like all day?
Pixie Bold, I'm sure we'll see this team multiple times today. Once you have the best team, everyone uses it. I'm very curious. I don't know if any of you know off the top of your head, like unit stats, like how often teams win with and whatnot with a win race with teams. I'm very curious if you have those stats anywhere. I don't know if you would know off the top of your head, of course.
Sorry, we had a headset issue there for just a second. What was that?
Oh, I was asking on one. I'm curious if you have anywhere like unit stats. Like, do you know behind the scenes like how often certain team comps or units win in PvP and whatnot and what have you? I'm just so curious if those are numbers you have
You know,
anywhere.
not on hand. We did have some metrics that we ran. We had an automated system that sort of showed, what sort of combinations of teams pulled ahead. I feel like human-centric teams were one of the most successful at the time. So it's interesting that we see a pretty good mix of of other non-human characters.
So we had Norm forfeit there. He saw it was a lost game, so he just let's get into the next game. So there we are.
Okay.
Game 1 to
Okay.
Druppel.
All right. Well, round 1 goes to Druppel then, since Norma going in and forfeited. So let's see how the next round goes.
So there is a prize pool for this tournament we should talk about. So everyone who's made this far is guaranteed something. They're playing just the farther you get in the tournament, the more money you make. So whoever loses this is getting out of the tournament with $50. They made it to day 4, so good on them. But whoever wins the set, it's going to make $10 if they win the next one. They're going to be making, or they're going to make $100 if they win this one. If they win their next one, it's going to be at least $250 for second place. And then if they win that one, it's the big 600 prize pool. So that's what these guys are fighting for.
Yeah.
There is money on the line they want to get. They are in mucho tryhard mode.
Do we just go to the second match?
Yeah, they're
Okay.
thinking about what teams. They're
Oh,
thinking
okay.
about what teams they want to use.
So
They know
they'll
what
let
they're
us
doing.
know when they're ready.
Well, they'll just ready up when they're ready. You just gotta wait for them to, because the game really starts now. Thinking about what teams your opponent's going to use is so important with the game, because a lot of times, like from the start of last game, we knew, oh, Pixie Bowl, that's going to win versus the weird team Norm brought here. So it's very much what teams do they bring will determine who wins. So that's what we're looking out for here. So
Yeah.
it takes a lot of thought to figure out what the heck do we even bring out now.
It's like rock, paper, scissors, but
Right.
way more.
You can't just bring
Way
the
more
Pixie Bolt over and over
variable.
again, because then they'll bring the hard counter and yeah, interesting.
Yeah.
John, you have any hope for a zombie team? I know they were your favorites.
Yeah, they were my favorites. I just liked masses and masses of zombies just to, to overwhelm.
There's a pretty good zombie
that.
team in the game. We might see one.
Nice.
I mean, there's some
You're
units
a
I'm sure we just
mortar.
yeah, or zombie poon now. But there's some units I know for a fact we're just not going to see this tournament. Like troll moms, we're not going to see troll moms. They're just not good enough.
They get focused down, I assume.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
they just lose if you have a pixie, harpoon, or mortar, or a few other things on the team. They just lose to too many things too easily.
Clowns taste funny. Oh,
So how are the arenas selected?
It's just randomly.
Random?
I mean, the community always humors the idea, like, it would be neat if we had the option to kind of pick our arenas we're in, like, in private matches or whatever. If you're in a random
Right.
lobby, just let it be random. But, like, you had the versus screen in the kind of pit lobby. It'd be nice if that was, like, a map select, and then the host of the match could... That'd just be a fun thing to do. Could do a lot of things, like tournament start. Each match starts on this tournament, then loser picks the next map. And so, like, there's a lot of fun things we do with that. And really just try out the maps. Last game, Druppel won, Red won.
looks like we have new team comps.
Yeah.
Some kobolds are still in the mix.
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm honestly impressed by the mass amount of tinted units still. On Norm's side.
Oh, and-
because as someone who still put, I think I've put like a total of like 250 hours in this game. I think I have one tinted unit. So.
Yeah, no one likes collecting those tints.
And here we were just saying how we weren't sure how many wraiths we were going to see.
Oh yeah, Wraiths are very
I'm
good.
eating
Like
good.
this team that Druppel's using here, Wraithbolt, is like not as good as Pixie Bowl, but just like super good. Like so many teams follow this kind of format. Like you see kind of teams like Norm. Norm's team here isn't very strong because it's just not. Well, Norm's team isn't terrible honestly, but it's just I don't know, spiders aren't it.
Yeah.
Honestly, kind of surprised we even saw spiders at all.
So this is guard your debuffers and then just overwhelm with numbers.
Yes, I'd say so.
Yeah. I mean, those 3 rays are really going to focus down units. Those kobolds make that pixie pretty useless here. I think the kobolds just do more damage than spiders as well, so just out damage them.
We have a front line of kobolds ready to stab.
And get used to seeing that. We want to see it a lot. It's just so powerful.
Yeah, kobolds are used in an actually insane amount. Just they're so diverse and useful.
So
Yeah.
why the kobolds instead of zombies? Since you get the 2-for-1 either way.
Cupcake. Well, there's more than it than that. So kobolds have more maneuverability. They have 4 movement. They get healed by Cupcake, and their resistances are overall better. Like pixies are super good in this game, and ranged units like mortar, we haven't seen any yet, but we will. And harpoons, they're super good in this game. And what did kobolds resist? Both of them.
And I assume the zombies, because they can respawn, it's not as reliable. You can't focus the healing as much as with the kobold and the cupcake.
Well, you can't heal zombies at all. But,
no, right. But I mean, you can, they can heal over time by coming back from the dead, essentially.
Yeah, if they come back.
Right, if they come back. So they're not as reliable as cupcake and kobolds.
I don't know. I'm just thinking about like all the best, like the best zombie team in the game right now is 3 harpoons, hero cake, and 2. I want to talk about that play in a sec. And 2 and a hero mushroom. I mean, you obviously pair zombies with the mushroom because of the high poison resist. Put them right next to him. And that team just kind of the zombies just snare up units, and the harpoons just kill them all, and they kind of take out. And you're not staying in your own graves; they're kind of out in the open. You have to chase down the zombies, so you're not worried about units staying on the graves. So zombies actually get those respawns. This turn here, there's kind of a funny thing you do with spiders, where you can full surround a unit like that and just kind of pick them off. So you see that you did that to that kobold there. Usually you keep all your units aligned, so you can't do that. But spiders are the one thing that can kind of get around that. It's very interesting gameplay. You don't see that very often because spiders are pretty unpopular.
Poor little guy's trapped in there.
I mean, Druppel's going to keep his cupcake in range to heal it, and it might not necessarily be dead next turn. We'll see.
So neither competitor is using the haystacks as basically defensive positions. Is there any reason for that?
It's pretty much just always easier to fight other players in the open. The only exception is Spider, so maybe Norm should head that way, but he had an option to kind of surround that kobold that way without doing that, so he obviously took it.
Right.
Yeah. Usually, it's just easier to fight people out in the open, away from all the obstacles and what have you. The players always tend to gravitate away from the obstacles.
So you think in tournament play like this, it's better just having an open field completely?
I mean, there's no map size exactly like that, but like, and it obviously heavily depends on team comp. There's some teams that like a lot of walls over the place, namely spiders, because they can web off them. There's a lot of other units, you know. If you can cut off your entire team with just 3 or 4 units, then that's going to be a whole lot better than just getting swarmed, especially with all the kobold teams. I mean, kobold teams especially like being out in the open, because then they can swarm. You can't hide away from the kobold so easily.
Yeah, the spiders were webbing to those haystacks early on the blue team, and I was expecting that to be the play.
Yeah, that's why I'm asking, because I expected his team to go into at least some into the area between the haystacks, and I thought that was very interesting to see what would happen. But Aaron, how many different arena maps are there? For those who don't play as much as they used to, like myself.
It has been a while. I'm trying to...
24.
24 of them?
24?
Yeah, I figured
Sorry,
you guys would be more...
Yeah, 24.
I know I saw in the P.O.O.P
24?
Discord they were talking about all the
24?
different maps recently.
There's no water mats, which is interesting. Just the one like kind of brown hazard that's just not in PvP. Where's the water map?
So, I have the utmost important question known to man. So, usually in the tournaments that we host, during some moments during the tournament when it's like, you know, it's looking like it's going on for a bit, it's not a crazy movement. We'll do food polls or whatnot. And the one that we always bring up is fudgy or crispy brownies. And I have to ask on behalf of, our side of the community, you guys, do you prefer fudgy or crispy brownies?
100% crispy.
You're so based for that.
Well, hey, I mean, it's the edge pieces for me, so.
I like a little of both.
Yeah?
I want the edge to be crispy, but I want like a little bit of fudge.
I feel like there's just other desserts I can pick. If I want to get a non-crispy option, I can do, cake or actual just fudge chocolate. But if I want something like, crispy, it's a brownie. So that's the time.
Sorry, what was the question? Because I don't have a headset, so I'm
Crispy
just guessing
or-
on what you guys are talking about. It's like, huh?
Yeah, crispy or fudgy
fudgy
brownie.
brownie.
You're like, how does this apply to this
Right.
fight?
It's like, wow, I see stuff on fire.
Oh, that's so funny. In terms of the match, I mean, I'm still, putting my money on Druppel just based on the team healths alone.
Druppel?
But yeah, a lot of times you can tell at a certain point, which way a match is going, which is why Norm forfeited earlier. Like at a certain point, like there's just no coming back, and you can kind of see that. So
Well, even here, just Norm's kind of doing more unorthodox teams, and Druppel's sticking to those top tier teams, and that's ultimately what's winning Druppel the game here.
Yeah, it looks like we've pulled a little bit of health back there. Or maybe I'm just the one that's always looking to. I'm always interested in the underdog. Like whoever's losing from turn to turn, I'm like, oh, I hope they come back and even things up.
I mean, yeah, it's not impossible. It's pretty hard for Norm to win with a subpar team like this. He got a Cobalt kill pretty early, which helps him out a lot, though. So we'll see.
That's
Not
the one
until it's
thing.
over.
That's the one thing about abandoning the haystacks, I guess, is it did. He was able to surround that Cobalt and.
I mean, the haystacks only do so much, especially versus Wraiths that can pretty much just target whatever they want anyways.
Mhm.
The targeting pattern of Wraiths is one of the best targeting patterns of any unit in the game because they favor 3 tiles away over 2. So they kind of hit behind units. So yeah. It makes them pretty good as a unit. Plus their resistances to electricity and what have you is also really good. And they have no weight. That's another thing that the game does really, that's part of the game. How heavy your unit is will determine how much gets healed. So a really, really light unit like Wraith will get more cake healing than, say, Norm Spiders because of that big heavy helmet.
Wow, I didn't know that.
yeah,
deep
I accept that I don't think there's anyone on the face of the planet that does more about the competitive aspect than Jeb.
Yeah, I'm willing to accept that. At this point, absolutely. I made peace with it.
I don't know. There's some good players in this tournament.
That's why I was hoping to see. I was rooting probably harder than for any other person in the bracket for Abomination to make finals because they play with the most unorthodox teams, but still make it super far. So sad to see that Abomination wasn't able to make it this far.
Yeah.
RIP.
Yeah, Bomb made so close. He just needed to beat Druppel right at the end there, and he would have made it in day 4. But Druppel just won with just using just really solid, good top tier teams. Just too powerful.
We're so biased whenever we host, dude. Whenever Abomination was on, we're like, all right, time to get the fan gear.
You'll go a long way on style, right?
Oh yeah. Oh, 100%. Well, in the tournaments that we host, we do the winner gets a drawing of their team. So we it makes it almost another factor of they have to choose. Oh, I really want this cool look, but it's not optimal. But it'd be really cool to see it drawn. So there's like the huge thing there, yeah.
They got me who just doesn't care, just default cosmetics everything or no cosmetics everything.
Well, you tried.
I'm the boring player.
whenever you were competing, you tried to like get our artist, God rest her soul, to like draw an entire legion of kobolds. The very first.
Football teams are good. People want to win. Like that core of just 2 sets of kobolds over a hero kick, it's just so good. So many teams do that. So the one thing that's Norm is doing ahead right now, he's actually getting kills faster than Druppel is. Like Druppel is down 2, so Druppel's down a unit, being down 2 kobolds here. So we'll see how much that comes into play. Druppel kind of realized that the Norm's going to be constantly using the spiders to tank, so he just has to focus those down first.
Those wraiths are scary. There's a buff wraith.
Yeah, the fashion pit is strong.
I know.
Yeah,
I'm
There
seeing
you
all
go.
these cosmetics I want to
Yeah.
add to my team.
Yeah, I love the Skeletor arm for
Very,
sure.
very much on trend.
So I heard John Behemoth say that his favorite unit was zombies. What did you guys say that your favorite units were again?
Well, I haven't seen one yet, but I really like the robots for their versatility. I know they can't be healed, but you know, just being able to stun lock and teleport away, and you know, I'm not sure how prevalent those are, but
Robots are tough because, like, their main thing, they have fire resist, they do electric damage, so they should be anti-pixie, but pixie damage is just a little bit too high. A lot of time, pixies will just overpower bots. Usually bots beat pixies, but pixies have beaten bots all tournament long. Norm especially, I know, beat a lot of bot teams with pixie teams. So just, they're usable. We might see a few of them, but, like, they're a little bit underpowered. I mean, they're still very good. The niche they hold is very important, but, yeah.
is the chaining the main the chain?
You
lightning
always
the main
chain
thing for 'em?
because you always want to chain when you can because that maximizes the damage output. Maximizing damage is everything in this game, pretty much.
Yeah, I always found myself, you know, you try to stun the big 2 units like the
Alright,
like the
so-
giants and whatnot.
This is a very important turn here because it looks like Druppel's finally going to kill that cupcake. So once Norm loses that cupcake healing, that puts Druppel ahead quite a lot here. Because, you know, once nothing's getting healed, then it's so much easier for Druppel to start picking off kills than it is for Norm here. And yeah, those kobolds do enough damage that they should kill the cake. So that's just going to put Druppel ahead this game. So we might not necessarily get a game 3 out of these guys, the way it's looking so far. But you never know. It's not over yet.
How do you get the green spider? Is that?
It's just another tent.
Oh.
I'm not
Yeah.
100%
Just good luck.
I've never seen the green.
I'm not
neither
100%.
have I.
I'm not 100% sure what the numbers are, but I think it's like 1 in 1,000 chance a unit spawn will be tinted. I don't know if that's right, but there's like a rare chance that any given unit can be tinted a random color. I don't know if you know what the exact numbers are off the top of your head, but yeah.
No, unfortunately not. Besides, that would be telling.
That would be telling.
I do know that there aren't any that have been hard set to be tinted in any of the quests or anything.
Well, other than like elites.
Well, sure, yeah.
Well, there's been a few, like the Hall Minotaur is tinted white. There's a few.
Is he really?
Yeah.
I completely forgot that.
So there is a question in the YouTube chat right now about who's winning. So, what are the prognoses here?
I
So-
would say, on my less educated 9,000 IQ end, that Druppel is winning. Because even though Norm has more units, I would say that Druppel's going to be able to confirm more kills quicker than Norm's going to be able to keep up.
Just cupcakes are so good, and now that Norm lost his cake, like Druppel's for sure getting 1 kill on that 1 wraith here. So it's just gonna be down to a wraith, a pixie, and 2 spiders, and spiders are not damage dealers.
So even though Druppel is currently, lower on the team health, that Cupcake's gonna help him pull it back,
Yeah.
possibly. Yeah.
Norm just can't. Does Norm have enough damage? No. Norm won't kill the cake here. Maybe if that spider nets it could lead into a turn next turn, which will make it a little bit more even. No luck.
I was surprised to see that the we didn't see a cupcake going onto a spider just to try to keep
that's
its health up.
No. So the reason you wouldn't do that here is because race up are splash damage or AoE damage, however you call it.
Oh, so it hit
And
both.
when that hits a spider, it would hit them both, yeah.
Right.
And it would just, you're effectively just doubling the damage output of Druppel's team. So that would be a terrible decision to do that, actually.
Gotcha.
The intricacies of PvP.
No, it's good. It's good. So is the amount that you're given for to make your move selection the same in tournament as the regular game?
What do you mean?
Oh, Norm
How
said
much are we mean?
GG Druppel.
Yeah,
Wow.
Norm knows it's over at this point.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're asking if units move the same in PvP as they do in PvE or in Quest or whatever, then yes, they have the exact same movement and what have
Same
you.
movement.
No, it's the time that you're given. I forget. Do we give them
Oh.
10 seconds to move all their players?
It's 45 seconds.
45, and it's same as game as in the tournaments or the arenas.
In Arena, it is 45. I don't know what it is outside of Arena, honestly. I
Right.
just know in Arena it's 45 per player, even in 2v2s.
Well, big congrats to Druppel for
Yeah.
making it past their set. So who do we have going on next?
So, next is going to be Carbo versus Tortel coming up. This is normally eliminated out of the tournament. Carbo versus Tortel here, so they're coming in from the winner side. So,
Druppel has to leave. Yes. Tortel and Carbo.
yeah.
So we got
So,
a question in
someone-
chat.
Yes,
How we made the
they're at-
sounds.
Yeah,
Which I don't
that's what I'm
know.
laughing at.
For the baby. How do we make the baby sound?
We punched a baby in real life.
So it's right here.
How do
How
we?
did we record the baby sounds? That was like 6 years ago. And, just coincidentally, some of the kids are, about 6 years old. So,
Yeah, we did use some actual children for voice acting at one point. We didn't punch any of
yeah,
them.
we didn't have to.
We're going to say that on the stream. And,
Oh my god, that's so funny.
but if it makes you feel any better, they are no longer babies because
Yes.
it has been quite a long time.
They can totally
So-
defend themselves. Yeah.
Yeah, the voice of the cupcake is now 46 actually.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's been a while.
Alright. See here, they got some colored names. They know the trick.
Yes. Can we talk a little bit about that? How do they get the colored name? How do they make their names?
Dedication to the art.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's
I
because they're just such legendary players.
Yeah, I saw they had a special Steam name that I guess in Pit People it makes shake and colorful.
Tortel. Is it Tortel or Tortel?
Tortel.
Head portal.
Tortel.
Tortel.
So
You guys don't have a feed to them. I guess they can't hear what we're saying, can they?
They
could
could have
if they
stream
were
open.
watching
I know
the
for a
stream.
fact Carbo has
Oh,
stream open.
really?
He always
Yeah.
had the stream open.
So I have a question, right? And this is kind of a decent sized one, while they're preparing here. Just if you guys off the top of your head can confirm, because there's been quite a few theories. What would you say is the chronological timeline
Oh,
of the
God.
games?
Oh
As
no.
someone who has personally
gosh.
made a 20-minute long video essay on this topic, I
I saw a
Well,
YouTube video on this topic. It was
I
pretty
haven't seen-
It
fascinating.
might have been
I mean,
it might have been
mine.
Christian's
I don't know that I've
video.
seen the right answer to that question yet, but it is a work in progress, obviously.
Yeah.
Alright.
Wow, fascinating.
So
Oh my god, it happened!
So
Yes!
did these two
It's-
people know what the other
Yes!
one was gonna do?
Yeah, what's
Yeah,
going
these-
on here?
So
happening?
I know Carbo and Tortel are kind of real buddies, so they thought this would be fun to do.
Oh,
I
this
know.
is totally fun.
Yeah, meme teams.
This is
for
totally
sure.
fun.
This is such a matchup because it goes so long. Buckle in, folks.
Let's make sure we fight amidst the barrels for maximum carnage.
Right. So we have
I heard trolls
Carbo,
love
Oh yeah,
fire.
I just lost one.
and Tortel.
Prepare for a lot of us talking about things off topic at this rate. Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Yeah.
These matches go on forever.
How many little guys can they have out at once?
4 each, so what is
Okay.
that? 8 per team, so a lot. Just a lot.
That'll
this
be
is- yeah, this
covered
is
in
excellent.
hair.
I have to say, I'm glad that they did this at the beginning when I still have energy. If this was at the very end, it'd be like, ah.
Dude, no, that's actually so funny. Okay. Oh, they also have the Ursa Major. You'll love to see it.
Behold my
Yeah.
inherent strengths.
Yeah, that troll is from the bear, and you know what? And that has a purple tint. So
Yeah.
So wait, how many different tints are there? They could be any color of the rainbow. Can you get a rainbow?
I
Unit?
think hypothetically you could, yeah. Yeah.
your team could form the rainbow.
Aw, seeing the little babies fly up after they die. This is just gonna make me sad.
So I'm reading the chat in YouTube again, and Panhead says that map is not going to help the length of the game either. So what's the opinion about the barrels and the spikes?
So this is one of the most legendary maps of the game because there was one 2v2 tournament match that happened. This was years ago. I think this was the first time we actually had the Behemoth kind of support one of our events. So this was years and years ago. Bear Blood Rain's in the game, you know this, and it just randomly occasionally hits and moves units around.
Right.
I'm surprised we haven't got one of those yet. It's just, anyways, the way this match went, it was a zombie mortar team versus, I think, just a whole lot of Cyclopses and humans with shields and whatnot. So eventually, it actually came pretty even. You know, all the shields blocked the harpoon or the mortar shots. Eventually, all the zombies kind of got attacked, and then they made to the mortars, kill all the mortars, and then respawns happened. So eventually, it was just a Cyclops with a decent amount of health left, and a zombie with pretty much just a hit or two away from death. But obviously, the zombie can't win there. Like, Cyclops does way more damage, has way more health, and everything else. Obviously, Cyclops wins. Well, it was actually Carbo in this match, and he decided to run away with the zombie. And eventually, the Bear Blood just lucked out after running around the screen for, I don't know, half an hour. Eventually, the Bear Blood just happened to hit the Cyclops enough times for Carbo to pull the win there.
The element of chaos. We love it.
Yeah.
So maybe we'll get something crazy like that happen this tournament. Who knows? It's just part of the game, and it's
You just have to embrace that kind of thing with fit
The
people.
floor has already begun to
All
become
right.
nothing but hair.
I saw a
Please,
question. Luke.
excuse me for one moment. I have to use the restroom.
All right. I want to point out, Amanda, can you pause the game and turn on damage flags? As someone requested damage flags to turn on, so that'd be awesome. Settings. Gameplay settings. Damage flags. Hoorah! Now we can see how many things are getting hit for.
Oh. Very cool. There's so many army of little guys. There really is hair everywhere.
All right, I suppose I
so
should
it's
talk a
4
little bit
each.
about how you actually win this matchup positioning wise. So the way you actually win this is you just want to have more minions than your opponent. Once you start having more, you just kind of start taking over once you get more minions on the field. So the way you do that is with your troll moms themselves. You just want to attack the minions and kill them off with the troll moms yourself. Obviously, the troll moms are the only thing you can position. Just get minion advantage. You can help it have the minions attack the other minions, and once you got minion advantage, you'll be hitting that troll mom more and more. You just kind of overwhelm the game. That's what you're trying to do to win the matchup.
So for the players at home who don't know what the damage flags are, can we explain the double numbers?
All right, so you got the green number, that's how much it's getting healed for, and then you got the red numbers, or the blue numbers if you're on blue team, that's just how much damage that unit is doing. Green is how much it's getting healed for, so hair trolls and the minions all get naturally healed for 1 health each turn, and then damage, it's actually the damage of both the hair troll and all the minions you see above the hair troll, so how much damage in total is
Excellent.
getting done.
So wait, can
Hello,
Carbos?
I have grand returned.
Welcome back. Can Carbos just team up on Tortels that's down here, or are they still going to just let the little guys do all the work?
I mean, you want to be doing damage whenever you can. If you're obviously not for a really bad position. But yeah.
Quadric.
Whoa, Pentakill.
This is the way to get that achievement, by the way.
There's the 29 and 20. Okay.
So the question I have for you guys is, what made you guys want to make a turn-based strategy game in the first place? Because I know that you guys like to, every game you make is very different from the last one. So I was curious if there was like a particular reason you guys were like, you know what, we're gonna make a turn-based strategy game.
Well,
or
I
if
know.
it's just like, yeah.
Well,
I know that Dan's in chat, but I know that at least part of it was, wanting to make this genre more accessible. And, there's so many steps involved in moving troops around in this sort of game that it can be very, slow paced and laborious going through that whole process. And so being able to just, hey, I'm going to grab these guys, toss them at my enemies. I'm going to, they'll have different abilities that they'll use, but it'll be entirely based on context and how you position them rather than, sub menus to, that you have to sort through every time you tell a unit what to do. So it was just bringing that sort of arcade sensibility to a genre that I know, there are a lot of us are fans of, but are not as easy to get others into if they're not already in deep on the whole strategy thing.
yeah, I think, after we finished Alien Hominid, so like 2005, to relax, we were playing a lot of strategy games like StarCraft and things like that. And StarCraft happens to be my favorite game. So since we like to change genres, it seemed logical to try to make a strategy game after Battle Block Theater that would be, like Aaron said, more accessible, but at the same time, super fun and cool to look at. And that's kind of why we went down the turn-based strategy road. It's everybody or many people in the office play many different genres, and we don't have time to make games of all of them. So this was our chance to contribute something to the turn-based world, I guess. And yeah, and I kind of wished all the little hair would move around like ants. And it would just be super creepy. Like, this is what, a few years ago, something died in the roof of my house. And we had a stream of ants that if you didn't bother them, they would just do their thing. And it would look, kind of one wall would kind of look like this. When you woke up in the morning, it's just like, okay, guys, single file.
Yeah, early on this was like allergy central, and now it's just I'm getting like a super ick factor.
No, I think you guys did a great job of making the genre more accessible for sure. On the topic of Pit People's creation, because I know that you guys put Hattie in Castle Crashers as kind of like a promotional move. Was there ever consideration to do that with like Horatio, like in conversation?
Oh man.
I didn't hear the question, sorry.
Oh, have we ever considered adding somebody like Horatio to Castle Crashers or another game promotionally?
Well, that's the difficulty of making one game after another instead of all games
100%.
at once. So I'm sure there's a timeline somewhere in the universe where all the games have come out at the same time. But, we always like to have cameos, for sure. And I'm going to answer a quick question that's on the Twitch chat. Let me see, who is this from? Let me go back up. Let's see, Tony Tinos has asked who's on the call, and so I'll reintroduce myself. So I'm John, co-founder with Dan and Tom of the Behemoth. So Behemoth's been around for 21 years. And Pit People, I think, is game 4 or 5.
4.
I forget.
4, yes.
Our turn-based
that sounds
strategy
right.
game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. And And I'm here with Aaron and Amanda.
Hi.
Hi, yeah, I'm Aaron. I was a designer, level designer on BattleBlock Theater, Pit People, and Alien Hominid Invasion. Also did a lot of, the quests for this game, and, just pitching in.
You can say who you are.
Hi, I'm Amanda. I'm a chicken. I'm here. If you've been to the stream, you might know me. I help with marketing and community stuff, online things.
Yeah, this is fun. I like this. This is good. It's a good warm up for PAX. I was telling everybody earlier when we started the stream that we're getting ready to go to PAX East in about 10 days. So this is a good warm up for that for me. We're not taking
so soon.
I know we're not taking Pit People this time, but it is fun when we do go to trade shows with this game.
Yeah, I've always wanted to play the Pit People arcade cab and pull the lever down.
Yeah.
To change turn.
So for those of you on the call who have never been to PAX or any of our trade shows, years ago when Pit People was coming out, we needed a way to display the game at the shows that was consistent with our other games, which always come packed in an arcade cabinet instead of controllers and a monitor. So I built an arcade cabinet that has a large Y lever to release your troops once you've made your move, to release your troops into action, and it is quite the experience, I guess. So.
Also, importantly, lets you sit, right?
Yeah.
Because that's a 15-minute demo versus
15 to 20-minute demo versus a 7-minute demo on most of our other games, which is all stand-up. So we built cool chairs and cool arcade cab. So had 12 of them in a big circle. It was good times. And then the pandemic came, and we didn't go to train shows anymore.
Double kill, yes.
Let's see, what else can I
Triple
answer?
kill, yes.
All the posts I see that you guys put out for your PAX setups, you guys definitely put out. It's very impressive. It looks very cool.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, we make all of the arcade cabs ourselves.
Yes.
Homemade.
Homemade.
Yeah,
In fact,
if I was closer, I would definitely try to make it to PAX East.
Oh, PAX.
Yeah.
Yeah, about 8 or 10 years ago, when we were at PAX West, some suits came by the booth, and they were looking around and pointing, and eventually they found me, and they thought I was just, a marketing guy that, wouldn't know anything, because that's mostly big AAA companies. They don't send devs to the trade shows. And so he was trying to figure out where he could buy arcade machines for their game. And I was like, no, dude, man. Get a garage, get a table saw, learn how to do woodworking, So, yeah, that was fun.
I saw a question, Chad, I want to answer by a kid named Finger. How many people are in the tournament? So the tournament was held last weekend. There was 32 players in the tournament. Today we're just watching the top 3 now that Norman got eliminated. Fight out for the big cash prize. So let's see how that goes. This game's going. Yeah. So far this game looks like Carbo's winning. Just has the health advantage on the Troll Moms themselves.
I love to see. Because we were talking before this, Jeb, and I'm like, do you think anyone's going to actually do it? Do you think anyone's going to pull out the Troll Mom?
I knew it was possible. I knew it was possible at Norman or Carbo and Tortel, because I know these guys are pretty good friends in the server. I knew it was possible because Carbo loves pulling this. It's just, yeah. I think part of the reason Carbo likes doing it especially is he knows how to actually win the matchup.
Oh.
It's like, we'll do it just for fun, but actually...
Yeah. Wait, so it's Carbo who you were calling the One Team Wonder, but this is a different team than the One Team Wonder.
Yes.
All right, so there was a few periods of tournaments there where Carbo would just stick to one team, Pixie Bold, and just win every single tournament with that one team. It just, I mean,
so
we
that
knew
is the team, the Pixie Bold team.
Pixie Gold. It just, I mean, that's a lot of the naming conventions for a lot of teams. We Wraith Bolt, Pixie Bolt. What are the two main units? And then that's what we just called the team names a lot of times. So, the loser of this match, well, it's still got 2 more matches after it, but the loser of this set isn't necessarily out of the... that's how you know he's listening to this. That's how you know right there he's listening to the stream.
He said they called me the one team wonder on air. No.
Oh, that's funny.
Well, I don't think we can do that anymore.
Yeah, this is
No,
Yeah.
two team
Well,
against that.
unless he doesn't change team all the rest of the game.
God,
Or
if
the-
they do Troll Mom versus
If he
Troll
runs-
Mom for all 3 of the rounds, I'm going to die.
Yeah,
I'm
this is
going
the
to
new one
actually
team.
pass on.
Hell yes.
Yeah, no way they're doing that.
Stick to your guns.
It depends on how much they want to commit to the bit and make this stream last as long as possible.
Yeah, I gotta go to work. So. All right, so let me answer some questions from the stream. So this is in the Twitch stream. Let me see who this is from. Sakuyo Ikun has asked if we're going to answer questions at the end of the stream. Well, since we're all yawning right now, now would be a perfect time to answer.
Yeah,
your
we're asking questions throughout.
I was about to say,
And
yeah, it seems like something's
please be
happening
patient with us
naturally.
because we've got a different setup today, so I can't see all the questions coming in. And of course, we're not going to be able to answer all questions, but the Behemoth will endeavor to answer whatever we can and feel comfortable with answering.
I did see somebody mention a Troll Mom plush, and you know what? That would be that's the coziest shape I think of any of the units.
Yes.
Yes, that would be so huggable.
Well, you know, we do have Honey Hug from,
Yeah.
you know, the Honey Hug Bear, right?
Yeah, this is
Is that
even
true?
more
Yeah, I know. This is-
pillowy. So
Our Pid People plushies are aplenty.
I've
just
been
need a
doing
big-
my slow collection of the figurines.
Oh yeah, the figurines and the plushies.
Yeah.
I love the Yosef one. We were having a little photo shoot for we hit 100,000 on YouTube. So thank you everyone who watches the
big
stream.
congrats.
Yeah.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
there you go.
That was good.
We did a little photo shoot with some of the different plushies and figures we have. So that
Oh,
was
that's
fun.
awesome.
Yeah, just seeing all the different stuff we have in the office that everyone's made. Some of it is official, some of it is...
Fan.
Well, I guess it might be official
Yeah.
if we made it ourselves. We just don't sell it, right?
Right.
I mean, we could be fans. We could be fans of
Yeah,
our
yeah.
own
We can be
stuff.
fans of our own work.
Yeah.
I made some
Well-
cool fan stuff last night for PAX East.
Oh,
Out of the love of your
Yeah.
heart.
Yeah.
some
Yeah,
secret
totally.
stuff we have
Secret
prepared
stuff.
for the booth.
Well, Amanda, what have we told people about PAX East? Do they know what games are
So
coming?
yes, we have told them the games we're bringing. So
Okay.
we're bringing arcade caps for Castle Crashers, Back Off Barbarian, Battle Block Theater, Alien Hominid Invasion, and Alien Hominid HD.
Okay. So if I told them that we brought some stick puppet, I was making stick puppets last night. I'm not saying anything bad.
No,
If I am, you can just mute
No.
me right now.
the stick puppets
All right.
will be making a special appearance for everyone to take pictures with.
So we got a couple questions about sequels. Our favorite
Of
topic here at the Behemoth. I'm gonna field this one because, man, is there like any chance we can like do a forced blood rain?
Yeah, we haven't seen any of the bear
yeah.
blood
I mean,
yet.
the bear
Where
blood.
is
Come
it?
on, man.
Bear
Where
blood
is it when you need it?
Yeah.
So
No
yeah, there-
offense to the two guys that are playing, but you know, if they do their second one, I'm gonna flip a coin. All right, so let's go back to the sequel question. So, you know, when we finished Alien Hominid, when you finish the long development of a game, you don't want to play that game anymore. That's just the way it is.
Double kill, yes.
It's so much more fun to move on to something different. So, if we had made a sequel for Alien Hominid right after Alien Hominid in 2005, we never would have seen Castle Crashers. So,
And
that's the...
Yeah, and you try to bring your, the things you're most excited about.
Yeah.
You try to bring that to the game, that's being released. So, you don't save it for the sequel. You're like, well, let's get this in now. And you want to wait until, when or if you're inspired enough to have a whole game's worth of something new and to say and bring to the next game. So.
Yeah, I think that...
one of the...
Go ahead.
Sorry, one of my favorite things about you guys is, you guys always do something so different, but you always do something so different so well. And it's always something that I've respected about you guys just as a group, because all too often you'll see companies, indie game teams, they have one success and then they just let that define them forever. And so I love seeing you guys always try something that you guys just think will be a fun idea and always moving on to something new.
Well, thank you. That's one of our favorite things about being our own developers is that we can also keep doing whatever makes us happy and passionate.
Yeah, we're not beholden to a publisher. And, it's really Dan and all the designers that are driving that passion to, explore new stuff, right? And that's what makes it fun to work here, because you get to see something new every day. I mean, honestly, some AAA titles, dudes, I don't know how they do it. I mean, I couldn't go in and design the same thing every day for years. I'm sorry.
Call of Duty number 48. Yeah.
Impossible. Yeah. But, we're a small team, and, it's easier to do. If you're 200 people and you have to be putting out, sequel number 14 for, whatever game franchise, that's your job. So... Okay, so big question, can Tortel still win with this huge minion wave?
Oh, yeah, that's what I'm looking at now. So despite the fact Carbo's ahead in overall team health, Tor just kind of won the minion game all of a sudden here, which is, Carbo's struggling to stay ahead because he's starting to take a lot of hits now. The only thing I'm looking at is Tortel's hair trolls are getting pretty low. So once one of the hair trolls dies, or troll moms dies, all the minions die with it. So realistically, it's just first troll mom to die who wins the game.
You got to go after the source of production. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, it keeps going back and forth with the number of minions that are out.
I mean, I'm looking at that one hair troll or troll on Tortel's team. It's just a hit or two away from death, it's looking like. Just needs one minion to get in there and just finish it off.
It is. It's like targeting a munitions depot or something. You gotta shut it down.
That's right.
The hair.
On, again, sort of a broader question topic, since these matches take forever, what's been your favorite game to develop, I guess, overall, beginning to end? Because, like you said, I also am, an aspiring, indie game developer, so I can feel the burnout from, making a game very quickly. So what game do you think you guys had the most fun beginning to end making?
Oh, man, that's
definitely going to be a different answer for every single person in the company.
Yeah.
100%.
I haven't even been here to see the whole development of one game.
Yeah, I mean, each game has its own moments during development because it takes years. So the favorite game to develop versus what is my favorite Behemoth game is different. But the challenges that Pit people presented me in terms of designing our presence at trade shows was by far the greatest, because it is such a different game, and to really play the game well, it takes time, and you have to sit down and present it, which for an arcade game is a totally different thing, where Alien Hominid, Castle Crashers, Battle Block, stand-up arcades, no problem. But we had to go ahead and design something where you sit down for, 20 minutes basically, and
More.
then to get enough people who want to play it at a trade show. We had the year it released and probably the year before it released, we had easily hour-long waits at the trade shows.
More.
I think this turn's
So
gonna be it.
those were
Trying to get
fun
Chrome on
moments
by.
for me to design all the pieces that went into presenting our games when we travel.
Yeah.
So,
And I mean, I fell in love with so many of the scenarios that me and my team was coming up with for pit people, and just making each other laugh at how dumb and over the top they could be, and that was, there are over 100 quests in this game, so it was just getting to play with, do anything we wanted with these genres. Oh, here we go.
Oh, it's
Oh,
over.
yeah.
Carbo won.
Yeah, wow.
It's over.
Yeah, there's no comeback now.
It's so over.
No longer a
yeah.
one-team wonder.
we need those eyeballs to pop.
So yeah, so
Trauma.
yeah, but for me, Pit People was so much fun because it was like designing, a ton of different sitcom pitches. It was or like SNL sketches, and just every week it felt like we were doing something totally different, and that was a lot of fun.
Yes, please. Let's not do
Yeah.
that again. Thanks, Carl.
I love that.
Did anybody have a timer on for that game? 12:04.
Oh, that was,
I mean, was that half
probably
an
a
hour?
hot half an hour.
Went
Yeah.
on for a minute. I saved the replay,
We
so
should we should probably do that. Keep stats. All right, Carbos.
All right, so Carbo won.
You know,
Carbo game
as
one.
much complaining as I did for that, I really enjoyed watching that.
I know it was interesting
no.
because we would
Yeah.
talk a lot, and then I would
Yeah,
glance
yeah.
back over to see how far
yeah,
along.
yeah.
No, with a lot of the Pit People tournaments that we host, it's definitely we'll spend a lot of time talking about something on the genre of the thing, but then it's like, oh, okay, yeah, so this is happening now, yeah, because we get sidetracked very quickly.
There's another Twitch question in the Twitch chat. So it's more of a discussion about how the games are interconnected. And the problem is we don't know. Because we don't design the games to be interconnected when we design the games. Especially the early ones when we didn't know, what was going on in the different universes. But we try to make a different universe mostly every game, so that it's something new and exciting to be in, right? So why don't you guys take over and tell us what's going on?
Yeah, I want to
with
talk about
these
this
two
matchup
comps?
here. So I've seen this matchup a lot. This is Vampled into Vampled on Tortel and then Wraithbolt onto Carbo. Probably guess why they're called that. I've done this matchup a lot. So Wraiths have that extra range attack. If they can kind of force, Carbo needs to force Tortel into the better position for Carbo. Otherwise, Vamps just do more damage than Wraiths, and the Vampled will just overpower Wraithbolt. So it's just a matter of Carbo making sure he gets the positioning he really needs. Otherwise, the Vamps just do enough damage that they just win. So that's what this entire match here is.
Hold on, is that a mint cupcake? Oh! Oh,
Hey,
they got me acting up with that.
Yeah, you can look at all the names of all the units, can't you? With your
Oh,
cursor.
you can hover.
I think we're looking up here.
Yeah.
Runner.
Run.
Runner! Oh,
Oh.
runner!
Mother
Go,
Nature.
Tortel! I'm biased! Yeah!
He's
I'm
already
a
got
Carbo
the
fan
champion
personally.
cup, so
Clearly.
Yeah, it's interesting that Carbo's totally doing the defensive lockdown there,
I mean, what's Carbo's Cupcake's name?
using the.
This one. Wait, its name is Carbo? Huh? Carbo.
About that. Yeah.
I love all the random names in Pit People.
Carbo and Joiner. I keep on thinking of carbonara like spaghetti, and it's like, wow, I'm hungry.
yeah. Can you tell it's lunchtime?
Yeah, I know.
So So Wraiths are interesting because they do have that one splash damage they get. They hit their main attack and then it just randomly hits one of the adjacent tiles. That adjacent hit really does do a lot. So like Carbo really wants to get a lot of those just to keep his damage up to compete with Vampold. It's very important. Vampiruses do bleeding damage once humans start bleeding, once they're low health, and that's when their damage really kind of skyrockets and they really start confirming kills. So that's kind of what wins Tortel the game, is once that starts happening, he just pulls ahead. So we'll see how it goes.
Makes sense. You just want to focus people down.
So I'm reading on the YouTube chat that the last match was 26 minutes, 28 minutes. So
That's so funny.
That's good.
I'm seeing a lot more discussion still on the connected universe. And listen, I'm just gonna say, this is how I view it as a fan and not an official employee, alright? I'll eventually explain this in detail in the YouTube video at some point. I think it goes alien hominid invasion, battle block, castle crashers, pit people. There's a lot of reasons for that, but I'd like to not take up the entire stream explaining that. But yeah.
Ooh. Carbo got really close to killing a Cobalt there. One Wraith target a little bit differently and it would have been dead. That would have really helped Carbo out a lot to actually like not lose this game.
So I'm thinking that Carbo's Wraiths need to pull around and start. I mean, we want them to, or he wants them to go after those vampires, I assume.
Well, realistically, with the Kobolds, like that's part of the reason Kobolds are so good. They're so good at like, hey, I'm gonna make you attack my Kobolds before anything else. Like if he could kill a vamp, obviously you want to do that, but realistically, like he has to get through the Kobolds first. Really, both players are doing this. It's like whoever gets through the Kobolds first can start attacking the primary targets.
Mm-hmm.
You just can't do that till the Kobolds are dead.
Yeah, looks like Carbo's cupcake is might be in a bit of trouble here.
No, that's how you
No?
always use a cupcake. Yeah, it has so much health to use. Why are you waiting for it to everything else to die before you start taking damage on the Cobalt? Let it tank. It has health. Use it.
Interesting.
That is funny because when I play, I'm always hiding the cupcake.
Yeah, it seems like that's been a strategy we've seen up until now. But if better to attack the meaty one and let the Wraiths and the Kobolds.
So Carbo is like one of the best players, like just by tournament results. I think he's won a total of 10 tournaments in his lifetime, and just how many tournaments he's been on. Like he is one of the top players.
One of the
And this
top
tournament
pit
especially,
players.
exactly. And this tournament especially, I've noticed he really picked up his just positioning units game. That was kind of a weak area for him for a while, and this tournament has just not been. He's been on point more than I've ever seen him.
What
So, like, yeah.
$1,000 tournament does.
I guess so.
Something's inspired him.
It's like something's, yeah, wow. Oh, I'm curious, yeah, okay. No, actually, wow, Dan Paladin already answered that question. Apparently someone asked how many randomly generated names are there, and Dan Paladin said in chat around 1,300.
I was also going to ask that. I was just curious at how we chose all the names and how they are randomized.
Yeah, it's randomly assigned, but not randomly generated.
Oh.
No AI utilized for the naming of these characters.
I saw
It's just a
Dan
big
ask.
spreadsheet.
I saw Dan ask about the Mexican Wraith, or what's the name of the Mexican Wraith? But I'm like, I know Carbo's, or sorry, not Mexican, Italian Wraith. I was just got my words confused. So I know Carbo's Mexican, so like it's.
Oh, it's the
Mexico
Necro Duke.
Necro Duke.
Yeah. Oh, is it? Yeah. Oh, I know exactly what's going on with that. So the Necro Duke, that's a quest unit. Whenever you get a quest unit, it always at level 1. So there's kind of a little bit of a thing in this game where you kind of manipulate. You can. So obviously, units level up in PvP or in the game, right? So the higher the level is, the more damage and health and whatnot it has. The way it's averaged out in PvP, so it's not unbalanced based off of whose units its level is. It just averages out based off of what units are on the field. So it takes all the units on your team and the opponent's team. What's the average level between all of them? That's what all the units are. So that means you do have a little bit of influence on the levels. So there's some units that perform a bit better at higher levels, or some units that perform a bit better at lower levels, notably stun units, like Octos. So he likes to name, that's why. Anyways, I'm going to continue talking about that. So players do have the ability to manipulate the unit level a little bit, just to play around stun chance and a few other things. So a lot of players really do that. Like I use my lowest level units on this team just to play around any stun teams I might come across.
Wow, that's like a whole new layer
Yeah, it is.
to the PvP.
It's just like, hey, you balance it out so units level doesn't matter. Oh, it still does. Cool.
Dan Paladin says, I'd enter about 10 to 30 names every once in a while, and it's pretty exhausting. People take weeks to name one baby. Yeah, I want to know.
Yeah, this
I-
is
I wanna
actually
know
true, and they actually
how
sometimes
you're-
regret it.
yeah. So I want to know how your moods were whenever the two names I can think of were Peasant Eater and Butt Splitter. You know, specifically, you know, great. I love you. You're having some good days on those days. Because I'm curious, did you guys have a cosmetic quota in mind? Because there is so many cosmetics in this game that it is like unfathomable, dude.
Yeah, over 1,000.
Yeah.
And aren't you glad we don't charge for them? I'm just saying. I'm just saying, AAA studios.
Our free cosmetics.
Note, we don't have a real money store. Ubisoft. Sorry.
Know if there was a quota. That's probably a Dan question. I think he just wanted to have as many.
I mean, it's a whole
bit of
world,
overkill.
Yeah.
right? Like there's multiple world maps, so you know you
So
want
what
it
is
to
the
feel like there's all of these things to discover and
Dan
all these
wants to
different
know the
regions.
name of the Italian wraith.
Oh, that was the Necroduke.
the Necroduke
Necroduke.
yeah.
Yeah.
is the Italian wraith.
Necroduke, Dan.
Another funny thing about the names is you will get something really crazy like Peasant Eater or like Child Eater, and then there'll just be someone named like Laura.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, takes all kinds.
All time and space.
Christine. I don't know if there's a Christine, but just normal
No,
name.
I think there is. I think there is.
Normal name compared to and right next to the Child Eater.
I mean, if
Carbo's
everybody's a
grabbed
weirdo, nobody's a weirdo. So
So Carbo managed to get is ahead 2 kobolds right now, so it's just like, yeah, Carbo thinks it's pretty much over. It's not necessarily, but it's like increasingly hard. Carbo
I'd say
went ahead
it's
this
pretty
game.
over. I'm sorry. I do not see a way Turtle's coming back from
Yeah.
this. I don't. Yeah.
I mean, a lot of team health is relatively similar. Carbo's a bit ahead, but like a lot, Carbo's cake is down, and Carbo's not letting that cake die. Where Turtle's has a lot of health on that team. That's where a lot of that total team health is. You look at the vamps; they're getting pretty low. It's just like let your cupcake tank. It matters because now the rest of Carbo's team is pretty healthy, other than the cake. But the cake's not going to die. So just
Turtle,
use
it's
that
low
health.
pressure, but you're failing me. You're representing Mint. I need you to perform well.
I'm a big Carbo fan personally. Let's go, Carbo. Come on, Carbo. Go, Carbo. Hit a home run, Carbo. Buff Carbo.
Go team, go.
oof.
Go.
Yeah, Turtle needs the other team to be bleeding.
Yeah, and even race don't. This doesn't apply to race. Once race are bleeding, they don't even do the bonus damage.
Turtles. Sorry, sad face. No, you got this. No.
No.
So Toro's not out of the tournament yet. He's fighting Druppel after this, and then the winner of that will go back to fight Carbo in grand finals.
Oh,
Double
Wait, how many people are
elimination.
in the semis? How many people started?
We're just
today?
doing the top 4 today.
Oh, 4.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was 8. I
There
guess
were
that would have been quarterfinals. So
I keep getting DM'd by someone in chat. Listen, it can be. I want it to be mint. It doesn't. It's not green jello. Pyros. Listen. Shush.
it does kind of look like green jello. So yeah, this is the first time we've seen the Vampress today.
Yeah, I mean, Vampole was a very, very popular team this tournament. A lot of people used it. I'm sure it might even get brought up again this tournament.
Vampold.
Vampold.
Pretty much
So many
any unit,
kobolds
and
games.
kobolds is just, you know, that bold.
So yeah, kobolds are just that strong.
They're very, very good.
Too good at keeping important units alive.
No, I kind of get it. Like they're so fast and stabby, they will go
Yeah.
overwhelm the enemy.
Have a block chance and a dodge chance as well,
and
just because.
So much of this of the strategy is like trying to isolate a unit. So the more the more units you got, the more they get spread around.
I mean, very much talking about control. Like, the more units on you have on the field, the more control of the game you have. It's such important, especially with the mobility with kobolds. You just usually out-control your opponent.
Oh,
Yeah, Carbo was
Portal
Right.
forfeited. Okay.
yeah.
so Carbo
Carbo was just
is the
able
winner.
to focus fire too well. So yeah, that's it for the set. It's going to be Tortel versus Druppel
Who
next.
won last time? Carbo.
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 Yeah.
So they proceed to the.
So Carbo's a guaranteed grand final. Now it's Druppel and Tortel fighting for a chance of getting the finals.
And get that rematch.
Druppel versus
Exactly.
Tortel.
Is this double elimination or is this?
Yes, double elimination.
Okay. And we don't have a leaderboard or
A bracket. There is a bracket. If you go to the P.O.O.P Discord, I think you have it in your Discord as well. But like, there's a channel under tournament info called the Pit People Behemoth tournament, and in there you'll see just a bracket.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Which I have been
pull
updating as
it
we
up.
go.
Yeah, pull it up.
Pull it up for us. Okay, so now we're gonna have Tortel and Druppel.
All right.
Heck yeah,
Yeah,
Tortel.
moving. Oh yeah, this is moving
What
pretty
about the other
smoothly.
person?
Druppel. We just sent Druppel the invite.
This will decide the final matchup. So
Exactly. Whoever loses this match here is getting $100 this tournament. Yeah, $100
whoever
in
wins
prize
this
pool.
faces Carbo.
Exactly.
Yeah, I have the.
I thought it was double elimination.
It is.
It is. So both. Tortel has to lose twice before you.
Best
Okay.
two out of,
Before he's no
best
longer
two
in
out
it.
of three.
And Druppel.
So I can talk a little bit more about these two players because Druppel and Tortel already fought in the tournament once already. Tortel actually won their first set together. So this is kind of a rematch in this
Oh.
tournament already. That's why Druppel's coming from loser side. That's why Tortel had to lose before matching him again.
Oh, right. Okay.
So yeah, and Druppel wants his revenge. That's what it's all about here.
So now it's the question of will he take the team that he won with last time?
Yeah.
Oh,
We
gee.
had some very we had one really big brain play whenever we were hosting, just getting up to this point. I forget what player. I think it was Maris. And they left the game like, oh, sorry, I gotta change my team, I gotta do something. And then they came back and like picked the same team that they had just lost the match with, causing the other player to quickly switch out their team for a different counter. So, yeah.
Is that actually happening right now?
What?
Blood rain, or is that?
Oh,
always
the- this
the
is
bear
the-
Yeah,
blood.
yeah,
yeah,
that's
yeah,
a
it's
blood
happening.
one. It was finally. I'm surprised it took us this long to get one. So yeah, it randomly hit units. If it does hit a unit, it has a chance to just fling them over the field somewhere. Oh god.
I do. I love seeing how much variety there is in the teams. I was just about to ask, like, why aren't we seeing more heavy shields, considering
So-
how much range is factored into this?
Well, notably Pixies are good, and Pixies just beat Shields. Pixie Bold's the best team in the game. Pixie Bold just beats both these teams. There's a few teams that beat Pixie Bold that will lose to the Shield team. So that's why this is pretty good. You see Druppel there with the alien head. You can't actually get that in the game anymore. Like, it was sometime during beta, you made it so you couldn't get that helmet anymore. So just people who already had it had to trade people it to give more people that head on rotation. The alien helmet head on Druppel's team there. So yeah, not very many people can get it.
Yeah, I did. I have seen something about that being unattainable.
Yeah, a lot of people were holding on to hope. Well, maybe once Alien Hound Invasion comes out, if you get that and people, you make it available for you. It's just, oh, that didn't happen. I'll talk about these teams a little bit. So, Druppel.
Actually, wait. I want to interrupt you. Sorry. Before we start, for the home viewers, do you want to explain what's going on with the green stuff on the screen?
All right, so the Bear Blood Rain, that just has a random chance to appearing during matches. And yeah, you'll see every turn here now. I didn't see it quite this turn, but between turns, it'll just randomly rain down on random tiles. If it hits the unit on your team, it will do a certain amount of damage at it, and it has a chance to fling it somewhere random in the battlefield. Like, we've had matches where it hits your cupcake, flings it beyond the enemy line, and it just dies. So that's, like, not exactly fair. We did have a rule in place where players could reset the match using the same teams if there was Bear Blood, just to get rid of it.
Right.
Just because a lot of players just don't like that this even exists, me included. Yeah, we'll see if it causes any nonsense to happen. A lot of people are kind of like, ooh, would it be happening? Because that's going to be upsetting. There's a lot of money on the line for these guys. They don't
Yeah,
want
I know.
That's true,
I know.
that's true.
I know.
they don't want to lose.
Let's see how this works out. Ooh, shit.
Oh, 11 damage.
Sorry. Bad words. Bear blood. Yay, somebody likes the bear blood.
Pretending this is good for the game.
It's exciting when you're watching and not.
Yeah,
not
as,
involved.
as someone in the audience.
That's exactly what I mean.
So,
Yeah.
I was like,
I'm also
yeah.
surprised that we see so much Octoclops. That is like not what I expected.
So, shield teams
like, I
are
love
pretty
Octoclops,
good.
But
Wait, the little cosmetic with the devil and the angel is so cute for the octoclops.
yes, no, that's one of my favorites.
So talking about these teams a little bit, they're both very similar teams. Obviously, the only difference is they got the gun Uzi on Druppel's side and just a second Octo on Tortel's. 3-2-1 rule. 2 Octos is better in my opinion. I think, and especially in this matchup, Octos just kind of destroy shield humans. They are counter even, I'd say. So, yeah, just him having one more and then the shields being able to block the Uzi. I think this is Tortel's game to win. Both Octos, it depends on landing those ink swaps or paints a lot, so just who gets more of those. Like, Druppel just started out first attack getting a paint, so that puts him ahead. We'll see who keeps up paints more.
So yes, Tortel and Druppel are playing to see who goes to the finals, and whoever loses gets third place.
Exactly.
So does that mean we already have a 4th place winner?
Yes.
Yeah, that's Norm.
Norm is our fourth place.
Couldn't quite get a paint.
Here's an
back.
interesting question in chat. Has Honey Hug ever gotten more kills than either team?
The Bear Blood, I've seen it happen like 2 Troll Moms versus. Well, I don't think it was 2 Troll Moms versus each other, but there was a Troll Mom match. And it was just kind of one for the Troll Moms. Like there was just too many minions on the field. And it just kind of started overwhelming the few units that got left, and then a few hits of Bear Blood just landed on the Troll Mom and killed it. At that point, the game was just over because that's technically 3 units left getting killed right there,
totally.
right? So that's the most I've
Increased your
seen.
Surface area.
So Honey Hug has definitely won some games.
Yes. Oh, more than that. I even remember we talking about the game earlier where someone was just running around the field in a losing match and just wait for the Bear Blood to kill the opponent, and that's how they won.
Just wait for the RNG.
Probably need a counter on that, you know.
There's no counter to Bear Blood Rain. Just Rain. There's nothing you do about it.
To put my friend on blast. So during one of the very first DHPPTs, one of our Pit People tournaments, actually it was the very first one. We had someone drop out, and we needed someone to hop in. So my buddy Richard hopped in, and it was a Bear Blood match. And the opponent picked 2 Troll Moms, and going into this, everyone in chat was like, "No one has ever lost to 2 Troll Moms before." This is an instant Richard win. But Bear Blood launched his cupcake into the in a corner where just both of the Troll Moms just killed it immediately, and so now following that, Richard lost the match, and so. We always give Richard a hard time for he made history by losing so bad that no one has ever lost that badly before in competitive history.
I'd be interested to try some Pit People PvP sometime.
Yeah.
You're learning from the best, I guess.
Yeah, this is.
Yeah, it just everyone wants to know. I don't know. The best thing new players can do that like don't know how to make good teams is just take other people's good players' teams. Just so powerful. These teams
Learn the
win with
meta.
people win with it. You just steal them. Everyone's stealing each other's teams. I mean, look at these. These guys didn't come up with these two teams independently. They saw other people using these teams. That's why they're so similar.
You
That's
gotta
just-
notice
that's
they
just-
all have the same weapon.
Yeah, so TNT swords, they just do more damage. Damage is so important in this game, more so than defense. It just, you gotta have damage up. I don't think any other swords like ever get used, really.
So this is the PvP sword.
They figured it out.
We figured it out.
The TNT damage is too powerful.
It is. It's just like more than 50% more damage on explosions. It's just, it does too much.
Kind of looks like a pastry roller to me, but then you see the little flame.
Like the little alien one.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, for sure.
He's fucked in that. I think he actually won that tournament. We just threw a couple of those cosmetics up for a prize because you couldn't get them anywhere else.
Yeah, I'm
That's how we
gonna
got
write a
'em.
note about that because I want to figure out what's happening with the alien hominid head and Pit People.
So you say that, that's making me think, like, were you meant to get them?
I am not sure. I wasn't not here when the Pit People.
What was the question?
Oh, just about this,
Yeah,
the little
the alien
alien
head,
head. If we were meant to be able to get those more readily.
Because,
it'd
yeah.
just be random.
Yeah, so
Well, no, they're just unattainable right now,
it's
straight up.
unattainable. But they had some saved up, so they were using
Yeah,
this.
you could
these
get
heads
them
as a
during the
prize.
beta. You could get them during the
Oh,
beta.
it
You
was
just
a
can't get
beta.
them anywhere else anymore.
A beta
Oh.
gift, but now
Huh.
has been lost.
I didn't know that.
So you, the poop community has some of these heads, and you will gift them as a prize sometimes.
We've done that once before.
Oh,
That's how
okay.
Druppel got
That's
'em.
so interesting. Okay, cool.
Yeah, Druppel won that one.
He's too cute to be lost to time.
Clearly.
Little alien with a little dynamite sword.
No, I adore the entire art style.
So yeah, this is a question for the poop community organizers. Do you ever see the main characters brought out in the tournaments?
I mean, sometimes people use them,
Yeah.
but don't use them with the default stuff usually.
Oh,
ever.
so
Or
you
if they
never
do,
see like their heads?
Well, sometimes they-
Actually, one time, someone did it for a troll. Because
Oh.
they wanted to see how far they could make it with just the default team.
with the default characters.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Promptly lost in the preliminaries, but I appreciate the commitment.
I mean, helmet list is usually the best thing you want to run, and all those are technically helmet lists. So, yeah, people use them, but just like you don't use them with their default gear. You give them the heavy shield and TNT
the good-
sword, or
the
the
good.
Uzi, the good equipment.
And the different head for
Yeah, people who don't do that usually don't make it very far in tournaments.
You have to. You have to go to the meta.
We had no idea what the meta was when we did our first tournament, so our winner was someone named Zesty, and all they did was no one else knew what Pixie Bolt was because we did an Xbox tournament.
Oh
in the
yeah, you
community.
guys did it on
Yeah.
Xbox for the first time.
Yeah. And the community there's like less competitive prevalent, so we just had was one person who was like familiar with the meta, just ran Pixie Bolt the whole time. But
Shout
there
out
was
to
one
Luke.
person.
Shout
there
out
was
to
one
Luke.
person who gave them a run for their money, and it was honestly one of the best.
Yeah, because
Matches.
you only started doing tournaments last year. You did first Xbox one.
Actually, 2 weeks from today will be our very first tournament that we ran.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Well, congrats,
that was
guys.
Luke. He was the one who was in the Poop Discord server when you did your first tournament. I'm like, yes, run meta teams, destroy this thing, and then you did it. It was awesome.
Scene. More red health.
Yeah, how are we
So-
feeling right
And
now?
units.
We still got the
So
2
despite-
octoplops on Turtle
Despite
side.
the fact that Druppel had the better team, he's well ahead on team health. It just Tortel's just not getting enough paint. There's a pretty good paint on Druppel for Tortel there, but just we'll see.
Yeah. So let's take a second. You know, I'm trying to think. Has anyone seen any questions about development in chat? I'm trying to think about something myself right now.
Oh, let me do a commercial break.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah,
Hi.
you already know.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just kind of checking chat. If anyone has any hard-hitting Behemoth development questions, I mean, when is there a better time? Truly.
Ooh, no.
Portal left the game.
So that's a disconnect there. So
Oh.
he does know how to rejoin. You're going to see a screen come up, let him rejoin. We're going to try to get him back into the game, so just hit yes to that.
Okay.
And yeah, we'll just I'll bug him to make sure he knows what's up.
Turtle, come back.
Oh yeah, someone asked this earlier. I guess I don't know. This might not be a valid question to ask, but what are other genres you guys are like interested in exploring? Because we were talking about that a lot earlier.
All of them.
I
All of them,
don't know.
That's valid.
That's a tough question.
All
I
of them.
would be uncomfortable answering
I-
that
well-
question.
You're all
I-
good. I did not mean to. Yeah.
In our last Pit People stream, I almost started talking about like stuff that I would like to see from the Behemoth, but in my mind I was like, wait a second, like what if I were to one day just be like, whoa, we should do this, and everyone else was like, that's a good idea. I'm like, I don't think I'm allowed to talk about it in the stream, even though I'm not the person coming up with what games we make
I mean,
next.
We usually like to talk and make those decisions internally
Yeah.
before we. Yeah.
No, you're. Yeah.
All right, so while we're waiting, I'll do my commercial break for Salami's Truck Center in South Boston. Well, you'll get no baloney from Salami's Truck Center. Check it
Yes.
out. PAX East. Coming up, 10 days.
Baloney is a scary concept.
come for the salami and then stay to check out
Yeah.
our booth.
Yes.
We got their bumper sticker on our forklift. It's awesome.
Oh, it's a real place.
It's a real
Oh,
place.
okay.
You can look it up on Google Maps right now.
Are we gonna be
That is
eating,
no baloney.
eating there for our
No.
You'll be
Our
eating
lunch?
nothing
No,
else.
it is literally
while
a truck center. If you have a truck, they will repair your truck. They do not do cars. Yeah.
Oh, I
Or
thought
sandwiches.
it was a sandwich shop.
No, it's seriously a truck repair center that I found when I went next door to buy sandwiches. So it's like, that is the best bumper sticker I've ever seen. Get no baloney from Salamis.
So
All right.
do I need to invite?
How long are we waiting
So
for this
no, it's we'll give him a few seconds. He retried joining one time and didn't do anything for him. We'll give him one more try, and if it doesn't do it the second time, we'll just have to let the match continue with his team on AI, which is
Oh.
unfortunate. But Druppel was
That is
pretty far ahead of that game, so usually he would have just won that anyways. It was the way it was going, but yeah, it's always unfortunate when this happens. And then we'll get him invited back in for the next game of the set.
Okay.
Yeah, bummer.
You know what? All right. Someone asked, what kind of food is popular in the world of pit people? Blueberries, clearly.
That's
Ice.
that's the safer choice. 'Cause
Yeah.
There's a lot of child eating going on.
There's a lot of yeah.
Cupcakes.
Oh God, yeah.
The retirement
And
home
Chog will eat anything.
with the cupcake.
So yeah, you know what?
So-
That's true.
Yeah, they were
Cupcakes.
saying Cupcakes.
Cupcakes like
Yeah.
to feed their friends. So frosting might be a good answer for that.
Sometimes other types of units or people in the world of pit people try to steal the cupcakes
Yeah.
to eat them at weddings.
I've heard good things about bear blood too.
Oh,
Yeah.
All right,
God.
so you can go ahead and cancel the rejoin. It looks
Okay.
like
Alright.
it's just not letting him rejoin for some reason. So we just have to let the team continue on AI, which is pretty bad because AI is very much worse than the player. But who knows? We've
I
seen it
believe
happen
in
where
the AI.
we've seen it happen where AI carries the win. So you can just hit no from that. Again, it's not. Yeah,
Druppel
he
was
wasn't able to.
asking. It is AI.
Sorry.
AI wins
So
again.
are we gonna tell tell Druppel what's going on? Or
I already
does he
let him know. I already let him know.
Just okay.
I'm on top of it.
So we'll see the
a
AI
question-
make decisions really quickly, and
That just popped in my head. So what gave you guys like the idea to have both the main villain be both the main antagonist and like the narrator at the same time? Was it from your experience with like the narrator and Battle Block, and you guys were like, oh, what if we gave them a more hands-on role in like Honey Kiss?
That's a Dan question.
Yeah, it is.
I don't know. Is Dan
Yeah.
still in the chat?
Dan.
Did you hear that question, Dan?
Because we definitely tried to have a more hands-on villain for sure. I mean, that was sort of the idea behind adding Jerkomedes in as well. So somebody on the
Yeah.
ground for you to antagonize you. So
I love Jerkomedes.
Because for as goofy as Pit People is, I actually really like the story. So yeah.
yeah, thanks. Yeah, it's gotta put a little bit of heartbreak in your weirdness.
That's why you have to destroy the cupcakes at the retirement home.
I mean, or
Yeah.
do you have to? Do you have to? I don't know about that.
I did, but I
That
wasn't
well.
aware that there were other
Those are the
options.
life choices you make,
Yeah.
Amanda?
You remember when I said it reminds me of The Sims in a weird way? Like,
Did you consider not killing them?
no,
Oh no.
Ah, we see how it is.
I destroyed them.
Who came up with that? You or Ryan?
That was me.
Oh, okay.
Although
So a big shout out to Ryan, who also worked on the game, who now works at Volition up in Canada.
Oh,
Yep. He designs weapon systems every day, I think.
weapon systems.
Yeah. Like a gun, how a gun sounds in a game or
Oh,
something.
I see.
I don't know.
yeah, Ryan was hugely helpful. Like a lot of those branching paths and things.
Uh-huh.
He helped make those happen, and we bounce ideas back and forth about what sort of options players would have in any given quest. So
How's the AI doing?
He's struggling, not really keeping up
Definitely
formation
struggling.
at all, which is pretty important to do. So AI is trying its best.
A lot of love for Jerkomedes in chat. You love to see it.
he hates all of them.
Yeah.
Definitely a precursor to PGP chat or whatever the thing that's taking over the earth right now.
Something like that.
ChatGPT.
Chat PG, yeah, that one
Chad,
for a change.
I don't know. I did try ChatGPT once,
Yeah.
and the things I was asking it, I could have come up with those answers. I feel like.
Right.
I tried asking it about like Pit People teams. It just has no idea.
Yeah. The questions, apparently some people have been asking in our Discord some questions about the lore of our games, and it comes up with the craziest stuff.
Oh, so they're asking the AI
Yeah.
to explain our lore?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I was saying
No,
like
the problem with it-
vampires and or in goblins, and she's like, those aren't units, but okay.
Yeah. Considering
I
when
think
the
the main
humans
thing-
were ruling the Earth, we couldn't even get our Wikipedia page correct. I have no faith
Yeah.
in AI.
This isn't helping their case either.
Yeah.
No, this is. I've got no fear.
Are they
of
running
Terminator.
away?
You've got no fear of Terminator.
It's Terminator AI.
Skynet. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Or what's the other one? Not Dominion, but you
There's
know,
so much.
in the last one, Skynet. In the most recent Terminator, it's no longer Skynet. It is. Come on, help me out, chat. Come on, chat.
Yeah, I don't know.
Tell
I
me.
haven't
haven't watched
seen the
Terminator
Terminators.
movie since like I think I watched like the third
Legion.
one.
It's
Yeah.
Legion. Sorry.
Yeah.
I jumped off ship at 3. Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, is Tortel still around?
Yeah, well, he'll get him. He'll get it next match. Yeah, you have to reinvite him.
Keyboard ASMR.
Well, I guess there won't be any bear blood this time.
Well, it could be. You don't know.
Hopefully.
Hey, you know, RNG is RNG.
We've got. It looks like the AI, Tortel's AI has one cupcake left.
Yeah, it's just dead here. And he has enough damage on team to
Be
kill it.
running away right now, Cupcake.
What are you doing, AI?
Hey,
Get out of there.
Nah, they got this.
Damn.
You hate to see it, chat.
Yeah, it's a bummer. Did this happen at all when you were running the tournament last weekend?
Disconnect? Yeah,
Yeah.
disconnects happened.
Oh.
Sometimes they get it back, sometimes it wouldn't. It's pretty random, it feels like. Even if you do everything right, it just decides, nah, we're not letting you back in the lobby, just not gonna connect it. Just a bit annoying, but we do the best we can.
Maybe it's frozen.
Huh. This
I
has
think
never
it's
happened
waiting.
before.
I think it's waiting on Druppel too.
Oh, it might be waiting for
Oh.
Druppel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that Octoplops was named Jenny.
Jenny, that's what I meant about the.
Jenny and Child Eater.
You'll have to re-invite them.
Okay, I could be a complete dingus, but I keep seeing people in chat talking about a seahorse. What are they referring to? Are they talking about? I'm half paying attention to chat. You know, consistently for the last 25 minutes. I keep seeing people talk about the seahorse.
They're hoping that we will star a seahorse in the next game. They want us to be seahorse pilled.
Underwater
Underwater game.
game. Alright, we have Tortel back. So yeah,
Hopefully he doesn't
sadly,
disconnect this time.
there was a DC in the last match, so it's currently 1-0 with Druppel winning.
Yeah, it's always disconnect. It's always a bit upsetting whenever a disconnect happens because while Druppel was winning, it was still technically close enough. You know, Tortel just gets good paints with his two leftover Octos, holds wins, and who knows? It was winnable for Druppel. Not if he disconnects.
Tortel says, I'm not letting anyone down this time.
Determined face.
Pixie versus Wraithful is a Wraithful
Whoa.
win. So this is
Who's
a Portal
actually
win, actually.
Barrels plus pixies, yep.
Yep.
Huh.
I mean, everything but the race have fire resist, so... the way this match goes is Pixie Bowl, they have realistically one weakness that team has, and that's Kobolds. It's the damage output's the Pixies, which Kobolds have a hefty, I think, 70% fire resist. So that team just has no ways of dealing with the Kobolds, so it's just a Tortle win, because it just can't deal with the Kobolds. The race just out-damage them. What's he saying here?
Tortel seemingly is countering Druppel.
Asking if he has secret knowledge.
So yeah, a little bit more about these players, Tortle especially. Like we did do a bit of seeding this tournament. Last year was the best year for tournaments. We just looked at performances last year. Druppel was seed number 3 for the tournament. Tortle was like very much the underdog. He was seed number 11th this tournament, so he's way down the list, and he's just been performing out of his mind here. He took all the good teams, learned how to play them well, learned the basics of how to counterpick people, just kind of how that works, and he's just been performing it out of his mind. He's not going to see 11th next tournament.
The pit chess tournament. So I know that they're able to adapt to new rule sets pretty well and pretty quickly. So they're definitely sharp.
So what was the Pit People chess tournament?
So it was a rule set that we were testing out for the HPPTs, and it was you win if you kill the heroed unit. So sort of like King, you know.
That's cool.
Yeah. So that was a lot of fun to run. Yeah. So that's what that was.
So they both have the cupcake as their hero unit. I know we're not doing that rule.
Yeah.
But it just made me realize they both have the cupcake.
Yeah. It was interesting seeing the different units that got heroed because of that, because cupcakes could easily get like bodied.
I want to say every team we've seen so far this tournament has been Cake Hero.
Cupcake Hero. Cool.
Yeah.
Usually, yeah.
Well, so far today, I mean.
Yeah, because they heal a lot.
Yeah, they heal a lot, get a little bit more health and defense to help them keep alive, and that form movement really helps you keep them where you want them. And of course, that extra healing goes a long way.
I want to see someone blow up the barrel.
Well, it looks like they're just playing out here instead of at the barrels, which is, I don't think we're...
Different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same comp?
Different. Comp.
Team comp.
Yeah.
Then the game of desync?
Yeah,
Yes.
the desynced was heavy shields and
But we have seen.
Oh, they're allowed to do it?
Yep.
Yeah.
They're allowed to switch teams for each match.
for maximum mind games.
Yeah, that's why it's like rock paper scissors, but with more
It's very rock, paper,
variables.
scissors, yeah, with more variables.
So what's the underdog play here? I mean,
The underdog play? I mean, it's just... So Druppel has to get himself positioned somehow where the Pixies are attacking the race. If he can get the Pixies constantly attacking the race, Pixies do more damage, they'll kill the race first. That's Druppel's only win condition. But those kobolds are so good at protecting them, so it's just... And those race can have higher range, so it's going to be so hard for those Pixies to actually be in range of the race ever. So, like, I've seen this matchup a lot. I think I've seen Wraith Bold lose once in all my time playing this game, and just Pixie Bold just has no way of dealing with the kobolds on this team. That's what it boils down to.
he has to hope for some kind of a misplay.
Yeah.
Oh, they ran away from the barrels.
So
I'm sorry.
this is a question I have for actually all of chat and you guys. What which one of your games do you think has your favorite OST?
That's the pressures.
My favorite soundtrack out of all the games.
Oh man, I think it's Battle Block for me.
That's hard.
Well, there's certainly... I don't know.
That's tough.
That's too tough.
It's tough. I think because of like the past collaborative nature of the games, there were more like composers, musicians involved in making the past games, which kind of has a different feel than Invasion nowadays, which has like the one composer
yeah.
and it's.
I guess I just outed myself as a fan of scat though. 'Cause that's all they do in BBT is scatting.
I like all of them so much, honestly.
Yeah.
I think what's really cool about that is that when we started the company in 2003, we didn't know what we were doing. So we put a call out for a composer, and a guy named Matt Harwood got the job. And we just thought, oh, that's how you did it. And he came up with some of the most amazing music. And then after Alien, he went on to go work at I want to say Take-Two, but it wasn't. But he went on to work at a AAA as their music director. So we helped him get a start. He helped us do some amazing music as a solo performer, which composer and arranger and everything. And there are so many songs in all of our games, Castle Crashers as well, and Pit, and Battle Block, that I never get tired listening to, because I have to stand at these trade shows for hours and listen to these loops over and over and over. And I thank God it's not like some of the music next door, which is terrible.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, we at PAX West we had to hear the Tekken 8 trailer on loop all day, every day, all weekend.
He's ready to go fight those guys.
No challenger! Just all day. It was so much louder than all of our,
I know,
our
and
stuff.
it's so
It's gotta be
short.
exhausting,
That trailer
like,
was
the-
like 2 seconds long. It's like, dude, put more effort.
No challenger!
That's so funny. Yeah.
You wait, they're gonna be back at PAX East
Yeah,
now that the game's out.
It's crazy because I was hired during Invasion's development, so a lot of my first hours working, I'm playing Invasion, listening to that music, and I love it so much. And then I'm listening to the music for the other games, but it's almost like I love the Invasion music so much, but when I play Pit People, it's really refreshing to hear the different soundtrack, and I'm jamming
Yeah.
out to it, vibing to it.
Patrick Catani killed it with his music for sure.
Yeah, and he's been making music for our game since Battle Block 2, I think, right, Katani?
Yeah. So we first started working with him and Pit People, and
I love
Yeah.
all of his tracks in all of the games.
Yeah. No, that's valid.
yeah, we're after PAX. We're going to Insomnia in Birmingham, and along the way, we're going to go visit Patrick. And since we'll be on that side of the ocean,
Oh, that's
So,
very cool.
I don't know. Has anybody in the chat been to Insomnia? It's esports in Birmingham, UK. It'll be our first time, and Ian and I will be there. We're not sure what to expect. We hope it's going to be fun.
I've heard of it, but I've never been. I'm very much in the Preton of like Ohio. So
Oh, right.
Not a lot of gaming conventions
oh yeah.
out there.
That's nowhere near Insomnia.
Yeah, it looks
Looking at the
cool.
way this match is going, Druppel's doing a pretty good job getting damage on this race. Like, yeah, he really just needs to kill
I
these
want to
races.
see some barrel explosion.
I know.
But right here, we can see.
Man, they got that
Pixie are probably the
cupcake
best
right-
team in the game.
right there? Okay.
Yeah.
I was worried there for a sec.
Yeah,
Oh.
one wrong explosion.
Yeah,
and-
exactly.
yeah.
Yeah, Pixie are probably the best because Pixies have a decently high miss chance and whatnot. Ooh, Druppel is just letting him back. Druppel doesn't want to find the position because he can lose, but like Druppel could focus that leftmost Cobalt, and if the explosions hit the barrels, it'll kill that top Wraith as well as open it up so he can actually get around this field. What Druppel's doing here is he just doesn't want to fight against this wall because then he's forced to only attack the Cobalt, which is what loses him the game. I definitely think the play there is definitely focusing on that left Cobalt though. You have to go for that barrel explosion because that gets you far ahead so far this game.
I'm surprised, as someone who's watched a lot of matches, that I haven't seen more people attempt a mascot explosion. Like
We haven't had
just
any
in general.
mascots yet.
Exactly,
we
that in
haven't
the
seen
first place.
mascot.
But like, I feel like obviously, you know, a supreme Jeb knowledge of all that is competitive. But what's the downside, or I guess to like, is just mascot explosions not that damaging as I feel like they are, or?
They are damaging. It's just so if you're using mascots for the explosion alone, you're using mascots wrong.
Oh,
You
clearly,
need to get
but-
value out of everything they're doing each turn. But also explosions, like think about it. It explodes when it takes damage. Your opponent's usually a lot better at damaging your team than you are. So usually your opponent has more control over when your mascot explodes. So it's just, and then Cobalts are so common. Cobalts have that really hefty fire resist, which the explosion damage is. So Cobalts are just tank the
That's
explosion
valid.
and survive as well.
So with the mascot, you get that one shot, and if you don't maximize it for a variety of reasons, then it's a wasted slot.
I mean,
on your
even that,
team.
even if you do get a somewhat decent mascot explosion, like you're losing a unit to do that. If you want to keep your units alive. Like the best mascot teams usually have the mascot alive at the end of the game. At the end of the match.
This is really interesting. Like, we tried to keep the fights on the world map varied enough so that different team comps would, you wouldn't just have one team comp because a lot of the win conditions can change from quest to quest, and the enemy teams can, break the rules in some ways that compared to what you see in PvP. So when you take all of that away, it's really interesting to see what's raised to the top here.
For sure. For
The
sure.
Pixie Bowl.
I mean,
Yeah.
there's definitely a handful of non-Cobalt teams that beat these things, just no one's bringing them out. I like a team I really like using is 3 Wraiths and 2 Uzis with the Hero cake, because that like just has hyper focus fire, will kill a Cobalt, kill the next one, just kind of overpower a lot of teams. You can beat Pixie Bowl with that even sometimes.
Here, because questions keep just popping in my head randomly. This would be for Aaron, but So with the the final battle in like the campaign with Honeykiss, in that you're running over, you're destroying his star nipples. Was there a like, because I assume since that was like the big final battle that you guys had like a lot of conversation about that,
Sure.
like how you want to design it. Like what was like things that kind of went through trying to like design that? Like, is there any like oh well we might have gone this direction, but we thought this direction was better, or like just I guess general dialogue in the development of that fight.
Well, a big part of it was wanting it to feel like Honey Hug was involved, but without it feeling super random, right? Like the bear blood in these fights can sway the whole thing, and then you just feel like, oh, what was I supposed to do? And obviously Honey Hug's way too big to ever have fight traditionally, so we wanted to give him presence and have a lot of conversations around him, and that's kind of where the things living in his fur came from, is them talking about him like he's a god, and trying to make it feel like you're not just in a purple field of grass or something. You're the scale is a big part of that, and we have the claw coming in, but we were just really we wanted to make sure it felt like you were actually like engaged directly with Honey Hug.
Yeah.
And obviously the stars are, I wouldn't want anybody to go after the stars on my body.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, that's some action.
Here we
Finally
go.
back at
Here we
it.
go. Ooh.
I mean, yeah, it's very
Again.
much Druppel just wanted to drag him out to a place where he'd actually land Pixie's hits on the race, so that's what he did.
Yeah, I thought it was interesting just watching them kind of like come back to the corner and then move back towards the other team.
What's the name of Druppel's cupcake again?
People's cupcake.
The red one.
Find out.
Reginald.
Yeah.
What's the other one called? We got Reginald versus
Runner. That's still Runner. Yep.
Oh yeah.
Reginald's in a spot of bother.
Probably.
Portal, you got this. Represent Mint Gang. Come on.
Probably the unit I have in one of my playthroughs that I'm the most proud of is a red tinted pixie that has a really pretty like flowery headpiece on, and its name is Hunk.
Hunk.
It's just like the prettiest pixie ever, and its name is Hunk.
the crown of flowers.
Well, me and my duo mate that I play the game with a lot, our favorite unit on our team is it's just a big old Cyclops with the name Quagmire. I don't know why, but that's so funny to me for absolutely no reason.
I don't know if Druppel will go for it, but that debuffed Kobold has a little bit less defense on him. If he puts his entire team on it, those Pixies do enough plus all the Kobolds to actually kill it here. It doesn't look like he's quite going for it though. He did technically have a Cobalt kill if he really wanted. Not a likely one because you need the Pixies not to miss, but it was possible.
It seems like he's trying to loop around maybe to get after the wraiths, huh?
That's exactly what he's doing.
Yeah.
I love the little damage flags. I'm glad that you taught me about those.
It's important. We need to know what things are hitting for.
Yeah, I got destroyed for not having damage flag the first I think the first 2 tournaments I held. Yeah.
I think Carbo's the only player who doesn't use damage flags. He just doesn't need them.
Poker
Carbo's
face.
Carbo's such a weirdo.
That's like doing the Death Star run without your targeting computer.
That's an analogy.
What's the Death Star?
You just turn off your targeting computer and you just feel what's going on.
He has Obi-Wan just telling him what to do.
That's right.
Use the Force, Luke.
Kill
Or
that
use
kobold,
Star
Luke.
Wars. Star Wars
Use
references.
the Force, Carbo. Use it. That's why Carbo wins all the tournaments. He has the Force on his side.
Yeah. I mean, I'm definitely leaning towards this being a Druppel win. Again.
It's hard to say. Tortel does technically have the winning matchup. I do see the team difference. It just
Like,
Tortel
look
could,
at the health.
Explosions are
Whoa,
happening.
that was
lot
a
of
big
things
turn.
on fire.
Yeah,
And then a
so
major healing from Druppel just then. I mean,
Druppel's
yeah.
still looking pretty strong.
Tortel does have a full surround on those two Cobalts. Full surround is literally just put every single unit around another unit. and just can't do anything. He had it, he didn't quite go all the way with it on those top two kobolds. They don't put his cake in rotation. But he did kill a kobold, so there he goes. I'm sure Druppel...
I'm rooting for the pixies.
Yeah, we need Pixie Bolt to win more, evidently.
I don't know if they need the help.
Yeah.
Best unit in the game.
Well, the best unit in the game is that what the poop community
Alright, so
has
actually...
in its tier list.
Alright, I can talk about the tier list a little bit. So, we take, I think it's right now the 10 best players, performance-wise. Just make a tier list of pit people, and we'll average them out. The number one unit, unicorns, we haven't seen any, or rainbow horses, we haven't seen any unicorns this tournament. We banned them preemptively, because most players don't like using them. It's just, your unicorn hits, you win the game. It doesn't, you lose. It's not fun, it's not strategy, it's unicorn luck. They are...
Yeah, that with Bear Blood, I feel like would just not be very fun against RNG.
Oh, especially the last Dunderheads 2v2 tournament, PvHTTT 2, when it was the... We haven't seen any of the C-sticks yet, but the 3 C-sticks and just unicorn spam. It'd just be everything. Like, literally everything. No counter teams at all. It was insane. They are way overtuned. They, very much ban-worthy.
So rainbow horses are banned.
Wow, okay. They're
Interesting.
ground and pound.
That's good to know.
Good to know. Community at large does not like them.
I learned from that, from the ultimate, yeah, that tournament. That was unicorns, man. Oh boy.
And they just have their faces, and they're just looking at you so silly as they blow up your team.
Oh, they're dangerous.
So I was saying this might be a turtle win. Like, Druppel's still pretty far ahead in the health game. Like, Druppel's down 2 kobolds. He has that 1 kobold isolate that's going to get killed next turn. He could... Druppel could get a kill on our 8th here. He maybe even likely will.
I would argue that it's more important...
Oh, not yet.
The fact that, it would be easier for Druppel to confirm kills right now than Tortel, on that front. Because, Tortel's cupcake is, dead.
I mean, I
So,
don't know. I'm looking at this
yeah.
how does Druppel even deal with these kobolds still? Because the kobolds are his best answer to kobolds because they're more or less even. He's out of kobolds, they're just dying.
Yeah, we have the power of explosions.
Yeah. So I'm going to answer a question from chat. Let's see, who is that was asking about a restock of Pink Knight in our store. We're working on it. We're working on it. Homie the Clown asked that in our YouTube chat. It takes a while. We're just slowly getting back in the merch thing after the pandemic, so we're working on it. So you can complete your entire collection.
Yeah,
It'll be a bit.
I think maybe some fans back home, maybe all of the fans, don't realize the kind of work we put in handcrafting merch ourselves
Right.
before it's ready for production.
Right. Yeah, I think since the very beginning in 2004, we released our first set of Alien Hominid characters. And we didn't know what we were doing. We just had a friend that did that for a big company. And so he helped us on the side to make it happen. And in case the Behemoth failed as a company, we wanted to have figurines on our desk wherever we worked next. But luckily, we didn't fail, but we learned how to make figurines. So we do it all ourselves. We don't sub it out to another company to do. But yeah, we've been doing it for many, many years, but sometimes there's lots of little gates that get in our way and can't always keep everything in stock. So don't buy it on eBay. Just wait.
Yeah, moral of the story.
We'll be back.
Well, patience. All you who want Castle Crashers Remastered Switch retail, don't buy it on eBay.
Looks like some new
It's
formations have
Yeah.
I don't know,
Yeah,
Druppel,
fairy
man.
went down.
That's
Oh, the pixie did explode one of
one of the.
Tortel's.
I mean,
Tortel's.
Druppel's still ahead on health, but
Cobalt.
just like he is not positioned to really deal with those wraiths at all. Those wraiths are going to survive. Those wraiths are going to get healed. It's hard for it's despite the health advantage, Druppel is just in a bad spot.
Use your fire.
Yeah, unfortunately I got debuffed this turn, so
Debuff doesn't do that much. The biggest thing is the miss chance. If it causes a miss, that's obviously bad. And you want those pixies doing its damage.
Our front line of kobolds on Tortel's side.
So the winner of this moves to the finals, right?
Yes.
Yeah, whenever this goes
Yep.
to
And
well,
the loser of this is third place, right?
Yep.
So we got
not
one match to
necessarily.
go.
Not necessarily. It's
Oh.
well, just because this is still game 2 of a best of 3. So if Tortel
Oh,
wins,
right.
Yeah.
it goes to a game 3 before that.
There could be a game 3.
It has to be the first game 3. It's been all 2-0s.
There could be a game 3.
There could be a game 3 here if Tortel wins because they
Oh.
lost the first.
Yeah.
Of
Right,
this set.
right.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yes, whoever wins this set of matches will go
I
on.
don't know, man. I don't know.
This is closer
keeps-
than I thought it would be for sure.
it keeps going back and forth
Yeah,
for
it's
me what I think's gonna
ping-ponging a
happen.
little bit. Yeah.
That was me with the troll moms. I kept thinking the other side was gonna win.
Oh, especially at the end there of that Tromon match, when both Tromons were like a hit or two away from death. Because I'm pretty sure Carbo's Tromon died literally the turn after.
Yeah, it seems like the cupcake team on Tortel's side.
Yeah, honestly, yeah, Jeb, you know, how dare I question, you know, your expertise? Yeah, Tortel might pull this out.
There's a lot of stuff going
Well.
on screen on that.
So wait, playing, Sarah and I have been doing the
Let's go,
co-op
Reginald the
playthrough,
Cupcake.
keeping track of everything on the screen with the extra
right.
people on your team for co-op,
Mhm.
and reading the stream chat. It's like, whoa.
I just run 2 Tromons, only 2 units to keep track of.
Sometimes it's hard to keep track of all these peoples.
Yes. All of the people in the pit.
There's so many people. You know, the real pit people was the friends we made along the way.
Yes. Oh.
Oh, here we go.
I mean,
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
Ooh.
Okay.
That's what I've been
that's
wanting to
finally-
see.
Yeah. yeah.
Explode and not do
Explosions.
any damage to any units. That's what we want to see.
The map is open
Okay,
now.
the map is open now. That's good.
Runners.
I love the
Runners
way-
running.
Yeah.
What's
Ooh,
what does Renner have?
Drupal is
left?
going all in on that cake here. It looks like.
Yeah, both
Putting all
cupcakes
That's
are.
what I would do.
Reginald's doing good, man.
Okay. She's gonna kill either the Wraith or the Cobalt there, the low health one.
Really there?
Or not the Cobalt, the Wraith or the
I think trying
cupcake.
to focus fire on the cupcake
Oh,
there.
Right.
Well,
You think?
yeah, one of the priests has a 50-50 targeting
Let's see
the
what happens.
cake or the Wraith. If it does, the other one's targeting that same guy.
Oh.
Barely. Because it's hero, that extra health, it matters.
Yeah.
No, this
is a
next
nail biter.
attack is going to heavily determine, you know, how well Druppel makes it.
Yeah,
I
they're
don't
just
know.
on the
yeah,
edge.
they are.
It's surviving.
So scary.
Oh wow.
Actually
Doing
wild.
the job.
Okay.
I know that fire wasn't gonna be a problem, but it was making me nervous just seeing him
Yeah,
floating over it.
Runner was helping there.
Druppel usually gets a kill. If he's lucky, he'll get 2 on the cake and that wraith.
Yeah, that wraith is probably.
Toast.
Oh,
Yeah.
he's not putting a pixie on that cake. It looks like that's what he probably should do.
Huh?
We'll see. He hasn't executed his turn yet. Let's see what he does.
Guess there's a
They're
little.
listening to the stream. Yeah, that's a great idea. Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Stop listening.
Carbo's the only one that's gonna do that. Druppel's doing it on his own. He knows what he's doing. Druppel's one
Oh,
of
that
the positionary.
Wow.
that really
Wow.
increased his chances.
That's-
Oh, but sometimes it doesn't work out.
Pixie myth chance pretty high. I'm not sure what it is exactly. What's
So
the
is-
number exactly on that?
That the little sweat mark when they miss?
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
they're
I tried.
they're embarrassed.
Yeah.
Try my best.
That cake has enough health that'll survive the turn. Yeah, that was not good focus fire off of Tortel's turn. Like, overall, throughout the entire game, Druppel's just been out positioning Tortel. That's, like, despite the fact that Tortel had the better team, it just, Druppel's been out positioning all game long. It was really towards the end here when he really just started coming through.
And the bad luck of
He
the
just
pixies
did more
didn't help.
damage. Yeah.
Yeah, they're about to absolutely delete the cupcake.
Maybe.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
it wasn't guaranteed. It wasn't guaranteed.
I do kind of like that they won't always
killed the
hit
cupcake.
exactly what you think.
It's
they
a
will.
very
They have a little
interesting
choice.
mechanic. I like it.
It's
Yeah.
fate.
It's like hurting. It's like
Yes.
hurting cats
Yeah.
in war.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
The Sims.
You can hope. We actually caught a lot of flack from the serious, turn-based,
Yeah, for that decision.
strategy game crews because, you can't target individual. But in real war, you can do your best, but there's no way you can target everything you want
Yeah.
every time.
And as we've seen, there's still
Yeah.
plenty of strategy that you can
Yeah.
employ.
Yeah.
But a little bit of randomness, especially just keeping people on their toes, and
Yeah.
it can make games really exciting. Like this is
Yeah.
not as what we expected.
Oh, that cupcake is so slippery.
Dude.
That frost and miss. I think Druppel's down a wraith
Right.
here or a pixie here, unless the dodge is pretty good.
Nice.
This is a game.
This
Oh.
is a game.
This is a game. This is the game of all time.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Turtle might pull this out.
It depends on that. I'm looking at that cobalt there. I think that's what's going to win Tortel the game. It's going to be down to just that cobalt in the end.
Yeah, I was thinking that myself. Yeah, the Cobalt.
He's still pretty healthy.
Yeah, exactly. He really wants that cupcake dead. Just sending your pixie
Let's-
just
let's-
right
let's-
there.
let's-
It looks like he's going after the wraith.
Brown's appropriate.
Yeah. Yeah, I went for the wraith instead.
Poker face.
I mean, it's not necessarily a bad play there. That cake is just a hit away. Kill a wraith because that's the one killing his team. Because now, like, it's really hard for Tortel to outdo the cake healing.
This is one of the closest matches actually in like just in general. This is okay. I'm pretty entranced.
Is Pixie's ranged only?
Yes.
Yeah,
After
it
the
always,
2 away.
yeah.
Wow.
They don't make the best meat shields.
Unless they dodge.
Oh, there.
Oh.
Yeah.
about time.
All right. I guess yeah. I think that the bottom pixie is gonna die. Oh no. Never mind. Oh, actually,
Whoa.
still. Never mind. Yes. Never mind. I was right
Like
the first time.
a balloon.
So Druppel's going to be playing really hard to keep his cake alive for as much as possible, just to keep that pixie with as much health as possible. Like he's debating going after the Kobold or just doing the good damage to take the Wraith out early. I think he goes after the Kobold here just to keep his cake alive a few more turns, get that healing.
That's what I would do, yeah.
Because usually that healing is going to be more than what Tortel's going to be able to damage.
Doing the exact opposite now.
Yeah. He doesn't know what the best play is. I think it's absolutely go after the Kobold here because you need to do damage to it eventually. And just keep your cake out of the Wraith range so it stays alive a couple more turns because you're healing more than they can damage at this point.
Yeah, we got a lot of kudos on the YouTube stream for the entertainment value and the commentary that you guys have provided for this match. People are really enjoying their popcorn right now.
Very, very glad to see that we're doing our job.
Yes. Yeah, no, it's great. It's super fun. Super fun.
Ooh, he's going for an interesting play here. I like that. He's just running. He can play his cake in a place where it just cannot get hit at all this turn.
That's for sure. And I think also a large part of this is going to come down to whenever the cupcake is killed, how many times can the pixie dodge?
Yeah, pixie dodges are huge.
Well, neither of those.
Wow.
Sometimes not at all.
Yeah, you know?
Well, it could miss. It's debuffed. It could miss hit that barrel and just kill that Wraith here, which would win Druppel the game if the barrel explodes.
Move that I heartily disagree with. Depending on where they put their pixie. Okay.
Yeah, that's
that is
the right
move.
place. I think that's the right move. Because that cake is going to be circling around that way, so that's kind of how it gets on here. Ooh, I didn't see that. I didn't see it was in range of the Wraith.
That's what I
I didn't realize it could go through there.
Yeah, I missed that. He missed that obviously too, otherwise he wouldn't do that. Yeah, he didn't do
That was
that.
a smart move.
So at this point, Druppel's just relying on pixie dodges.
It's
to win the
entirely
game.
dodge. So we have to rely on it's the RNG.
Yeah, it's just pixie dodges.
Explosions.
It's still winnable. It just depends on the dodges.
It's winnable. This is actually like really on the okay.
I didn't see that shot. Yeah. That was
neither did
tough.
we.
Neither did we, but that was well played.
Wow. Okay.
Oh.
Oh. Hey, yo.
The dodge.
I think that
dodge.
Wraith. I think that Wraith is
dead.
no 2 hits away from dead.
Yeah, now he can isolate going after the Wraith.
Yeah. I mean, Druppel's guaranteed to hit that target, that Wraith each turn. Yeah, 2 hits away.
All right, dodge time. Let's see how the RNG.
That hurt.
Pretty painful.
We got to make this as close as possible.
He used all the luck in
Apparently.
the last turn.
Okay.
Wow.
It's hard to say.
Kobold versus, this is literally just who wins this is purely RNG.
Dodge.
I mean, those dodges don't mean an extreme amount because they do multiple. It really depends on the pixie misses more than anything. Yeah. Druppel just needs his pixie not to miss like that. That's what it's all about now.
Dude! Chill!
I know the characters aren't actually panicking, but it seems like they're panicking.
Oh my god.
What do they normally hit for?
Pixies more than 10.
More than 4?
More than.
A little bit more than 4.
Every
Yeah.
RNG on the face
Yeah.
of the planet is just. Oh my god. Making this go
I don't think we can blame you for that.
Yeah.
The pixie is ahead on health now, so I think it's Druppel's. Well,
Oh.
it depends on misses.
I feel like it's every time we say something decisive, the other thing happens.
Yeah. That's the AI in the background.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Giant
Nail
fireballs.
biter. Is it always 2 away? Is that 3 away?
Yeah.
Not.
2 away.
Oh,
3 away
yeah.
for Wraiths.
dude.
I think it's 2 more solid hits away from dead. That Kobold is. Maybe 3, probably 2.
Oh, man.
You could kind of say that about the Pixie, though, too.
Yeah.
Yo. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
I think it's one hit away.
Oh my god.
Let's
Unless.
see if anybody just.
Unless.
Oh man, here we go.
And now we'll
All right, Brown.
It needs to miss.
Brown
He did it.
down.
Drupal
Wow.
pulled it out.
Druppel won.
Druppel
That
Yeah.
truly was a
Is
good game.
moving on.
Actually, by like the seat of their pants. Okay.
Yeah, Proto realistically did a lot of misplays that game. I was just noticing throughout, especially early on.
Good job to
All right,
both.
well, Drupal's fighting
participants.
Carbo next.
They had
Yes.
two pixies named Poker Face.
He's a guy.
He's cracked.
Poker face.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wait,
that
yeah,
was
there
good.
are two
That was good.
pixies named.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
Druppel's girlfriend was sitting there praying.
Sorry
The man
for the
did not
one
want to
you
take
made.
it to a game 3.
That was a great
You know,
game,
Charlie,
everybody.
you did your
That was
best.
super good.
All right, well, we're in the grand finals. Drupal versus Carbo. So, because Carbo is coming from winners, Drupal has to beat Carbo in 2 best of 3s. Carbo just has to win one of the 2 best of 3s because
Oh,
it's
so
a
this is
reset
for-
if they win. Yeah. So Drupal has to win pretty much 2 sets
we're
versus
gonna get
Carbo
one.
now.
Yes, should we do the lunch break now?
Oh,
For who?
how long are we thinking?
Oh, I thought everyone was doing a lunch break.
No.
Oh, no, never
This
mind.
is
Sorry.
going on. No, we are not buying lunch for the stream
We are buying lunch for,
for ourselves.
every
yes.
single
I'll
person.
take
Everybody-
Oh,
it.
okay.
Yeah. Here we go. Yeah.
Please put your orders in now.
Yeah.
allow
It
me-
might
my
take a few
address is-
years.
Okay, yes, everyone in chat, let us know what you want. But the show will go on. The stream will go on.
We're
All
going to-
right,
we're
get
going to
Carbo
Dairy
in here
Queen.
then. Get Carbo in here.
What would we all like for lunch?
I'd like a Krabby Patty with a side of fries.
Yeah, there you go.
Wait, so who am I inviting again? Sorry.
Carbo.
I think we're having
Oh, just
carbonara.
Carbo. Carbonaro.
Carbonara. Yeah.
We're having-
Let me get it.
We'll have carbonara if carbonara wins.
Carbohydrate.
Carbohydrate. So this will
Don't
be
forget to carbohydrate.
a stream song. Sorry, we cannot do any stream songs today. Sorry.
Okay. Just write what you want down. And
Okay.
I'll call it in and then drive down
Okay,
real quick.
thank
I don't want to miss. But I'll be back for the finals.
The finals.
Beef jerky. Beef jerkameaties.
Hey, yo,
Somebody wants
beef
that for
jerky.
lunch.
You want that too? Okay. Times
There he
2.
is.
We are just writing our lunch request down really quickly.
All right. While you're doing that, I'm going to reiterate. So, because Drupal's coming from loser side, Carbo just has to win 1 set versus Drupal, where Drupal has to win 2 sets versus Carbo. So, if Drupal wins his first set here, we have to do a whole nother set, and Drupal has to win again. Where
We both
Carbo
have
just
the
has to
same
win the
set.
one.
Okay.
So, yeah, Carbo's pretty far ahead here. So, we'll just see how it goes.
Okay, so is this the last set of matches then?
Last
he
set
was-
of matches.
yes,
Exactly.
last
These are the
set.
last 2 players. These are number 1 and number 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I'm glad to see these are the two last competitors here. Going into this whole tournament, I was like, man, I really hope one of the finalists can represent the DHPPT / Dunderheads, and I can cope hard because both of these people have won. So
They've won before.
These guys are tournament winners. They have won tournaments before. They
Oh,
can win
okay.
more tournaments.
Carbo
These are
won,
predictable
yeah.
finalists. A
So
few
we're
other
not
players,
surprised to see
Yeah.
them here.
This is sort of like an ultra tournament then.
Yeah.
Carbo
It's the tournament
especially
between tournament winners.
Carbo especially just has plot armor in these things. I'm telling you,
We did code that into the game.
it makes sense.
We probably shouldn't have, but Well, Drupal can absolutely pull a streak.
Thinking about what to use, you got to think about. He just needs to win 4 games.
That's it.
Easy.
Just 4 games. You got this.
4 games in a row. No, well, it doesn't have to be in a row, does it?
Right.
I
No,
could lose a
that's,
couple in there.
RNG. Anything's possible. You can add a little bit of strat.
The bear blood.
All right, so where are we?
We
We're
are
finally starting out
Okay, we're
the
up
grand
to
finals, game 1. Let's go.
Oh, okay.
Don't do it. Wait, hold on. I read a message. I'm like, wait, no, don't do it. Okay.
Raceful into Raceful.
Okay.
Let's see. This is our first mirror match.
Oh,
So it's just who plays better.
they're the exact same teams.
Exact same
Yep.
team.
Now it's just who places better, yeah.
I mean, Carbo thinks it's the second best team in the game, so
No,
not surprised seeing
I
him use it.
saw like Carbo messages the exact opposite of like a quickie, I think, and I was like, don't tell me that they're doing troll moms again. No, no. I was like, please, dear God.
So do you guys ever do tournaments where everybody plays the same teams?
I've never done one of those myself personally. I don't know about Jeb, who's done this like 3 years longer than me. But they're currently muted.
That is what I thought when I heard about a chess format where it'd be like, you got two robots,
Right.
Yeah. No,
all kobolds in the front.
It was during one of like the tournaments. One of my co-hosts, Richard again, was like, "What if we did this?" And then people in chat were like, "Oh, that's a good idea." So we just did the king thing.
Wait, this is for. This is for second and third? No.
Second and first.
So I can't help but notice.
Possibly it.
I've seen a whole lot of good sportsmanship. I need some trash talk.
Let's be nice, but you can call each other cowards.
Yeah.
That'd be nice to.
Oh yeah, no, but
for a treat if you want.
Friendly, trash talk, but yeah.
I don't
I mean,
know
as
why.
far
I
as,
just envision people like just going crazy and yelling at each other right away.
Let's be as mean as possible.
Every time that I like yell like trash talk, like I don't know, one time like one of my favorites, someone just messaged, "Your mom cooks bad food," and I'm like,
Ouch. So personal.
That is personal, but at the same time, if someone said that to me, my mom didn't cook a lot growing up, so I'd probably just shrug it off, like, oh, okay.
I just don't
Talk a little bit about how this game's going right away. So very much they are playing to see who gets the first attack. When you got the same match teams with this, just like, all right, if I get the first damage in, I'm going to be head-on damage the entire game. So it's very much these guys are kind of battling back and forth. Who's going to go in first, get the first attack, because that's going to be pretty important to who wins here. So that's what they're playing for now. So that's why they're being so sluggish on the approach.
So they're sort of tipping out little feints.
Something like that. I mean, whenever I do it, I usually do it so it's just like, okay, you can maybe attack with a couple units on your team here. If you do, I'll get my entire team in, or other way around, maybe I'll get a couple units in, and you get some of your units in, then I'll get my full team on next turn. That's like usually how I try to do it. I don't know, some players are pretty stubborn. It's just like, no, I'm going to get my entire team to attack first right away. It takes a while sometimes. Depends how stubborn the players are.
So lots of spikes.
They're both
in the
trying to
way.
go so far away, so they. Okay.
But the wraiths can fly over the spikes. But
Yeah, the Wraiths are not affected by spikes at all.
Wraith, my beloved. I've never seen so much Wraith representation in a tournament ever, and I'm so as a diehard, Wraith's my favorite unit. So I'm eating good here today.
I mean, this is a very strong team. I think Carbo thinks this is the second best team in the game behind Pixie Bowl.
So for the home audience, what is the damage that the spikes do that they deal?
It varies. I don't know exactly.
much.
It's like,
Yeah,
I don't know. It's
Minimal.
decent. It's like a good
It's
hit.
like getting,
it's like
I was
12.
about to say, it's like getting hit by a sword, basically.
A big sword.
It is really satisfying when a Cyclops, like, bats
Yeah.
a kobold into some spikes.
Just as another question that popped in my head, this would also be for Aaron.
Mm-hmm.
What would you say was the most challenging, a battle/map to design? Like the idea for it was something that you had a hard time figuring out how to make it come to life.
Oh, man. There's so many quests I'm thinking about. Oh, jeez. I might need to come back on that
No,
a
that's
little
fine.
bit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
take
there's
your
so
time
many
to think
quests for me to think about.
Yeah, I'm interested in that. I love, by the way, earlier in chat, whenever I said that your mom cooks bad food, so many people were like, "That's brutal." LMAO, actually roasted. No. Yeah. God, this is so funny. They're just shifting, like both.
Like, I know Druppel especially is a stubborn player when it comes to first attack.
Yeah.
And there's a lot on the line, so
We need like a trash compactor from Star Wars here coming in on the sides a little bit, in my opinion.
All right, it's
like,
150
force them
turns.
Yeah,
After
force them
that,
to-
it just gives the winner to, I think, first turn. It will end eventually.
Yeah, it's so
Yeah,
tough
yeah.
since the team is exactly the same. Like, it has to be this intricate when you start.
And once again, the fray of it, it's just who's out positioning better. Like, first attack isn't, it's important, but it's not everything. Reaching turn limit, yep.
Is there a turn limit?
Yeah, 150 turns then just gives the winner
Oh.
to whoever got first turn.
You know,
I think it's first turn, it might be
something
second.
new every day.
Same. Always keep learning.
okay. I think I've got your quest. Your
okay.
trickiest
ready.
quest to try to design, and that would be the Mount Olympus Shrapapalooza.
Oh.
Yeah, and I know there's a lot. People have a lot of opinions about the sudden switch to a little stealth mission, but it was so much fun coming up with those little gauntlets and the Hall Minotaur and the fight for the parachutes to get out of there. And obviously, we wanted to make sure that at least one of the quests was all about Yosef. So that was probably the most.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm glad to hear that. It was a lot of fun to design, but there was, we had to be very careful about how big of a shift it was from the regular quests in the game.
Yeah. No, I think stuff like that's really cool. Yeah, just adding segments like that. No, Hall Minotaurs, I think generally, even among the community, that Hall Minotaur is like a fan favorite. So, yeah.
Because you're only a white tint.
I love your.
Can't get anywhere else.
I was going to blame the puns, but it could just be the white tint.
Oh yeah, someone in chat said that was good. Felt different yet still good.
Nice. Well, hopefully that makes up for those of you who might have held your head in your hands a little bit. Didn't realize you were buying a stealth game.
It's the random stealth mission
Yes.
that pops up.
So meta. You got to have a random stealth mission.
So it looks like Carbo's finally doing just like, okay, I can get half my unit to attack. You're good enough. Let's start this game.
It's time.
Oh my god, I
It's time
just
to
noticed
fight.
they still haven't made contact. Oh my god.
They're wiggling closer.
It's so funny. Again, what an actual sizable cash prize does to competition.
Alright, I see what Carbo's going for. It's all right. It's an alright play.
Yeah, it seems to be a
All
little
right.
bit different approach.
The
on
game
both
has
sides.
finally
First
started.
blood.
First blood. I was going to say it. Necro Duke just took one for Italy.
He's using it because of Spanish. Or not
Actually, I didn't even
Spanish,
see
or
who
a
started.
Mexico rather. Mexico
Did
is
Red start?
Mexican.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Foolish American that I am.
Relatable. Someone in chat says that their favorite quest line was the Just Us League, and I will say that's a pretty high one. That's a pretty good one.
You know,
Yeah.
that was the last one we designed, so maybe
Oh, really?
maybe we used everything we learned to that point. Yeah, that was it. That was part of the final Pitlicious DLC.
Yeah, when you
That-
added the 1,000 stars and Stormstick, which were just way overtuned in PvP till update 7B, that was so awesome.
We do appreciate the feedback we get.
What was actually some I was actually asked to ask you this question. What was who is your favorite NPC probably from quests? Like Detective Hardboil, Madam Megabat, all
wow.
that. Yeah, like or Mr. Whispers, but all the
Well, I can't say
yeah.
Archimedes because that's that's,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
too easy. But
love
We'll
him.
stick to like side quests, But yeah,
oh, I think Dave the Leopard Master is one of my favorites. Who has, made the mistake of inviting people to send him leopards whenever they found one.
that's good.
Mega Baby's up there too.
Let's talk about how this match is going a little bit. So they're very much playing around the spikes with the kobolds. They obviously don't want the kobolds going over the spikes. They're trying to position themselves, but they can only really get 2 kobolds into attack. It's just the way they're positioned. So we'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
A large part of who's going to win is just damage output from the Wraith AoE. So that if they have 2 units next to each other and the one splash hits something else, that's just that more damage matters a lot.
Ooh, or if you hit yourself.
Yeah,
We just
you
saw.
obviously don't want to do that because then it's debuff, which means it'll take more damage this turn. Less tank.
The spikes are so intimidating.
Yeah, it's a good thing that they have the wraiths for sure.
If we're struggling, it's just like, how the heck do I even play around the spikes?
Is it raining? It sounds like it's raining.
Yeah, it kind of does sound.
I mean, yeah, whoever gets first kill here will probably just win the game.
I want to take a second real quick to say, if you're still in chat, because if I remember correctly, Dan Paladin drew the avatars on screen, right?
Oh, yep.
Yep.
They look very nice. I just wanted to say that real quick.
Thank you. Yeah, it was funny when I was setting the stream up and I had people, like the game pulled up and then I put the little avatars on top and I was like, it looks like it belongs inside of the game. So I had to add the little border so it looks like they're popping up a little bit.
Yeah.
Because it looked like they just belonged there.
That would have been fun to have little commentators that pop up during the arena matches.
Yeah.
That would have been great.
Ooh, that's gonna hurt.
The emissary voice. It's my favorite voice in the game.
Oh, I love the emissary.
Dan Paladin special there.
I love the whole like Simlish, pit people-ish, dialogue that we get hit with whenever they speak.
So funny because I'd be writing some of the dialogue and then I wasn't thinking about how it would sound or what it would read like with that accompanying it. It would just be so much funnier. It's like a couple of moments of like a character trying to be serious and they're just like boopity boopity boopity.
You're writing the most like serious plot twist known to man.
And he was just saying, thanks, Pip, for being with me this whole time.
I like when you're just going around the map and hearing all the different units scream at you. And it's funny because they'll just be like talking in their little language and all of a sudden you think you hear a random word in English. It's like, what was that again? Like trying to figure out if you could actually hear something from the madness.
Yeah.
Alright, so Carbo has kind of a really bad position here because now Druppel has a chance to just full surround that kobold on the very left end there. Just surround all of it with the units and just pick it off, which will put him ahead a good bit this game. We'll see if he goes for it. You will have to take a couple of steps on the spikes with kobolds, but it's just like, if it confirms a kill, it can so
It
much
might be worth it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is gonna, no matter what, be a very close match. Like Jeb said, whoever, you know, confirms like the first kill will probably have the edge.
It's not looking good for Moth
Well,
over here.
okay. So it's not quite a false round, but it can't get out without walking over the spikes, which
Which might finish him
good
off.
as he can get, as good as he
Yeah.
can get as a false round. Yeah. He's like,
Ooh.
okay, instead of
yeah,
going with
taking
spikes, just
some-
force
Oh, a
you.
lot of dodges.
Yeah.
But now what? You're trapped.
Yeah, and the
That
kick is
hurts.
so
they
far
walk in
away.
the spikes.
Like
It's time to-
I saw Carbo leaving that cobalt there. I'm like, that is such the wrong decision. What is he doing? I think Druppel just wins because of that. Yeah, I think he definitely just wins here.
I also think I'm kind of leaning towards a Druppel win, you know, since Druppel's the closest thing to an underdog at the moment.
Even though they both won tournaments
Yeah,
before.
literally.
They're both such
But
good
I know
players.
Carbo has won more than Druppel, if I remember correctly. Right?
I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. I did have their set head-to-heads going into it. I think just across all tournaments, Druppel has, when it's Druppel versus Carbo, Druppel has won 2 sets, Carbo's only won 1. So they haven't actually fought each other that much, but Druppel is technically ahead historically when these two fight each other.
His nemesis.
I wonder we'll get another one of those situations from like a past tournament that you showed me, Jeb, where it was bare blood and the winner was determined because they kept running away from their opponent and they didn't have enough movement speed to catch up, so they were just praying that bare blood would hit them.
Oh,
Yeah.
Cobalt down.
Yeah, that hurts.
Yeah, I mean, Carbo is so far behind just from that alone. It's kind of insane.
Yeah.
If Carbo can somehow take back a kill here, I just don't think any of those Cobalt are low enough on Druppel's teams that he can focus.
Yeah, it looks like
Yeah, he's way
He's
far
hiding.
away. Yeah.
Oh, maybe.
oh,
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 that
dodge.
was
the dodge.
clutch dodge.
I mean, yeah, Cobalts have a dodge and a block chance, so it's decently likely a Wraith hit just doesn't go through.
Yeah. No, I don't have any particular commentating things to say at this very moment. It's just kind of close. I think, yeah, the loss of that, how far behind Carbo was, is going to lead to his inevitable loss in this match, because since it's a mirror match, it just really comes down to whoever hits.
Yeah, it's just the fact that
Better.
it's a unit more
I
than
mean,
anything.
is it a factor that, I mean, I know that Druppel still has his cupcake to potentially help, but it seems like a lot of Druppel's kobolds are pretty low. Am I wrong in
I mean,
seeing
so are
that?
Carbo.
You-
That's pretty even. They're pretty even in that regard.
I'd say, I mean, you could make an argument for being able to confirm more kills on the kobolds. If Carbo was able to do that, then, you know, Carbo getting a leg up, but it would be more difficult for sure. But no, that's very much a good strategy.
Alright, Carbo's going for the bottom Cobalt instead of that low health one where all the race are up top. Well, he got the kill, so it's all good. I mean, yeah. Carbo's Cobalts just keep dodging all the Wraith attacks, and Carbo will just get more kills and pull ahead. We'll see.
Already.
We'll see. Dodges and blocks, they matter. Love the Cobalt meta. Yeah, there's a lot of really good Cobalt teams. Like, yeah, Wraith Bolt and Pixie Bolt especially, too. Those two just beat anything.
The unpredictability is definitely makes it interesting.
Yeah, I know one of our co-hosts' favorite team is Vamp Bold, so that's pretty high up there. That's why we did a vampire-based theme tournament.
Vample just kind of mid.
Well, that same co-host just is addicted to vampiruses.
Alright, Carbo could get 2 kills here, which will bring him back a little bit. We'll see.
Oh,
Dodge again. That guy dodged, saved his life twice already, that top kobold. I don't know. Carbo's actually ahead on the health on the kobold game right now, so it's just
yeah, he's outnumbered
Anyone's
right now.
Yeah. No, that's what I was saying. That might be Carbo's way back in.
I mean, yeah, Carbo just let his first kobold die, but then just like, all right, I'm just gonna take it back and kill a few kobolds. Let's see what happens here. I mean, let's raise do good focus fire damage. I'm sure Carbo's losing a kobold this turn as well. That top one there.
So is one of Druppel's kobolds standing on spikes?
No.
No, they're not. Okay, I'm schizo. Okay.
Ooh, that miss killed his own
well,
kobold. That
wow.
Oh no!
Carbo has a full surround on that top wraith.
Yeah, exactly. But is
Yeah,
he gonna
I
go?
didn't even-
But is he gonna go for the
I-
cupcake instead? It looks like he might be focusing on the cupcake.
I mean, that full surround is pretty good. You usually take those when you got them. It doesn't look like he got it though. Maybe Carbo's listening to the stream, and once it catches up to him, we'd be like, "Oh yeah, let me do that instead."
I'm just thinking like
Defy
yeah,
expectations.
I'm with that. Yeah. That's a good idea, Jeb. Let me do that real quick.
Yep, it sounds like he just got up with the stream.
That's so.
It's awesome. He didn't quite do the full surround. He was kind of too slow.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
I think Carbo's
I mean, Carbo's pretty well set up to start bowling the heck out of that cake. If Carbo kills that cake first, he just wins. Usually.
Cupcakes pretty much determine winner 90% of the time.
Run, gluten, run. That's not gluten, but
No, we call
This is Frank.
we call them glutens all the time.
I call them all.
They're all collectively gluten.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
true.
like, no, they're gluten. Gotta get away.
Yeah. Gluten's my actual favorite. Don't tell anybody.
Oh, okay, I got you. I'll keep it hush hush.
Is there a cupcake in the game named gluten free?
That would be so funny. Wait, like, I'm trying to think if there is.
There, it should be a robot if there was.
Oh, that would be funny.
So something I've been seeing happen a lot this game is wraiths do have a miss chance, and there's been 2 pretty bad misses. At least 2 pretty bad misses on Druppel's side. So that's like
Yeah, I
what's
just saw
bringing
one
him down.
right there.
Yeah. Like that kobold likely would be dead here if it wasn't for that.
Rexabro says gluten is just that iconic. Spitting facts right now.
Gluten's so adorable.
Yeah, they're the next figurine I'm gonna probably acquire.
Yeah. My favorite gluten fact is that they used to be a lunch lady.
Oh yeah.
Gluten was once a lunch lady.
Mm-hmm.
Purple usually loses a
Oh,
kobold
wow,
here.
that's a rainbow. This rainbow name. It has the word rainbow. in it.
Rainbow Husk.
Wow. That's
I
incredible.
haven't seen a rainbow name yet.
Let alone one
It-
named
it's
Rainbow.
just-
Yeah.
Is Rainbow Husk the only rainbow name, if I remember?
I think
correctly?
there's a I think it's called cheerleader or something in one quest you can get with a rainbow name. Otherwise it's rainbow husk. I mean it's different because that's like you only see the cheerleader in that one quest, and versus rainbow husk is just a random unit you can see wherever.
Mhm.
Carbo
So-
would just
Let's see here.
How has your because I know since you said you've been streaming it, you know how has your first playthrough of the game been then, Amanda?
So I actually have a few like solo playthroughs that are at like random parts in the
Okay.
game. But the stream is the first time I've ever done it co-op.
Mm-hmm.
I played the game co-op, so it's really interesting just to have as many units on the team and like playing it with someone else. So it's really fun. But I haven't had all of the units on my team yet. across all of my like saves because I am too scared to get rid of the main characters from my team, or I just feel attached to them.
That's how I feel whenever I play. Yeah, I love them too much.
I still have yet to try every single unit in battle. But I'm getting there.
Valid.
Oh, look at this tournament. I'm starting to think Cobalt teams are pretty good. So.
Yeah. Little stab.
The thing is, things feel so different in PvE versus PvP. Like, there's a lot more teams that are viable there than it is in here.
Right.
Because of
Yeah.
level up.
That was definitely something we intended. Just based on quest design.
Like the team that we use for PvE, we slap with it, but we tried PvP with it one time and we got demolished, actually destroyed.
Oh yeah, I feel like when I play solo too, I'm always like trying to see how much variety I could have on my team. So I've never had like 3 of one unit or like 2 of one.
Right. And if you're playing co-op, you can do it entirely support team. You know?
Yeah. Yeah, I think we have one cupcake. It's gluten, just running back and forth like across the field when we play the co-op.
We're eventually planning on starting a permadeath run, so that'll be interesting.
That sounds scary.
I am terrified.
Yeah, I accidentally, when I first started playing, I accidentally was on permadeath, and Horatio died like right away.
Oh no!
Run over.
Just as we promised.
Yeah, I was like, oh, the show cannot go on.
Okay.
So fun when you're just sitting in the PvP lobby and then someone joins on permadeath with like quest units and you just destroy them. You're just like, all right, you're. Oh
So
yeah,
sad.
it's the best.
Ooh, it looks like
How unfortunate.
Carbo just lost another kobold.
Yeah, it's even now, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, I keep trying to, have some sort of outlook on where this is heading, but I'm just. It's hard to say.
Both, honestly,
Carbo's ahead on health right now, so that's like the only thing he's got going for him.
I guess the positioning wise,
it's going. If it ever goes down to like just who can get more hits on the enemy cupcake, because once that cake dies, it's over.
Feel like. Am I wrong in thinking that Druppel's is a little safer currently?
Cupcake? I don't know. I mean, Carbo can get one Wraith to guaranteed target it. It doesn't look like Druppel's going for that though. So.
People in chat are currently talking about how stressful permadeath is.
Yeah, I only accidentally tried
I'm sure these guys are stressing out a little bit more when it comes to like team comp selection than permadeath. All right, self-kill on the cake, or on the cobalt. You really don't like that.
We're out of cobalt.
I'm trying to see if Carbo has a chance to kill that cupcake here. He might, but like he has to have a lot of units to target the right thing.
Yeah, there's a lot of. It's hard to isolate. In fact, it's impossible, right? Currently, because of the way the wraiths are positioned.
Not yet.
They're a winner.
Game of all time. Yeah, honestly, this is so much like RNG was so much in Carbo's favor this game, with just like the wraith misses in RNG. It just RNG that I think won Carbo the game. Despite the fact that I think Druppel overall was positioning a bit better, it just RNG won Carbo the game. That's what I'm saying. Though it's not over yet, maybe Druppel will still come back. Druppel's good enough
if
that he
RNG can
do
win
it.
you the game, maybe it can lose you the game too.
Yeah.
And then it's just down to whoever recovers the best. So.
Yeah, it's placed. I don't think. Yeah, Carbo can't even get a hit on that cake this turn. Yeah, that's a pretty good position for Druppel because Carbo just can't get a target on the cake. He's got to target, I guess, the lowest Wraith.
Okay,
That's
where
his
are we
best
at?
option.
Oh, they're still
Yeah.
quite
We're down to it.
even and quite alive.
What did you get me for lunch?
Some Sammy's, some sandwiches.
Ooh, I don't like this play. Just because that one
Friendly
Wraith
fire
on...
kills. Really?
We'll see. Yeah. RNG's been helping Carbo out quite a lot here.
Will we see some variety in the teams for next match?
I mean, I know there's
Is there
a...
gonna be a next one?
The next
Oh, yeah.
match in this set.
Could be a lot more matches like coming
Oh,
up
this
yet.
is the first of 3, right?
Yeah. And if Druppel wins, it goes to
Is
another
that true?
Yep.
3.
Shit. We are gonna be here a while.
Well, we're mostly done.
Settle in.
It's the final 2. We already knocked out 2 players in the tournament.
It's really just, can Druppel keep his cupcake alive? And
Yeah.
it seems like the answer is yes so far.
Yeah.
Honestly, a pretty
But-
good move there, yeah.
Well, I don't know. Carbo could usually just kills that Wraith here, though, on Druppel's side. Yeah, if Carbo kills that Wraith here, it's going to be so hard for Druppel to win. Yeah, it's over.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Alright, that's very cool. Very cool.
So that's the first Wraith down.
Yep. Carbo has
that-
plot armor. It's the misses. Carbo has plot armor, I'm telling ya.
But today his plot has changed because Carbo is no longer the one team wonder.
Yeah, they're...
He already lost that title last turn.
Yeah. I
Oh.
still love it. Or they really just called me the one team wonder on air. That lives rent free in my head.
Crunch sounds supreme.
Oh no,
Love
they
the
didn't crunch it.
mystery is
Yum, yum.
Sorry, everybody. Lots of lettuce in this one.
Crunchy bacon.
And at this point, like, Carbo's pretty much healing as much as Druppel's doing damage. So it's just so hard for Druppel to win at this point.
I mean,
Yeah,
I guess
I
those
don't-
heals can always miss, right?
Yeah, they can.
Yeah.
They can. That. I don't know what I would do if I was Druppel right now, but I'm also not good at this game.
Be proud of yourself for playing a good match.
I mean, yeah, if I'm Druppel right now, I'm just keep doing exactly what I've been doing.
Because you just have to pray that they'll miss healing, or at least not heal the one that you want them to heal, or that they want to heal.
Yeah, but so far,
It's-
Carbo's been able to focus on, control where the cupcake is healing, so...
Yeah.
That 4 movement, it goes a long way.
Yeah. And every time that Druppel does good damage to someone, Carbo's just gonna move their cupcake to heal that one primarily.
Yeah.
Makes sense?
Yeah. I do not
Actually-
see a Druppel victory. Well, apparently they might be able to at least kill that Wraith, but I still don't think that it's
not
gonna
gonna be enough
balance
this
out.
turn.
Yeah, it's
Not
not
enough.
gonna be enough. Literally, Druppel would have to hit the hardest RNG on the face of the planet. Have like all of Carbo's hits miss, have all of their cupcake heals fail. It'd have to be some actually rigged type stuff.
It's already been rigged in Carbo's favor so far, the RNG this match.
We do
Yeah, it
have the
wasn't enough.
Druppel wins button right here. We could
Oh,
just
yeah,
press
press it.
that. I mean,
Go ahead, see what happens. Let's do it. Seriously. I'm down.
Oh, that's funny.
let's get crazy.
No, that's a Necroduke, the Italian.
Uh-oh.
They can't die.
Oh, I don't know about that play. Oh, I really don't like that play. You do your damage because you're ahead of... Oh, I hate that play.
They
Well,
missed the
yeah,
heal
so
anyway.
maybe it was pretty good.
Okay.
That was the ultimate. Are you listening to the stream?
Yeah,
round.
clearly. I
Carbo
love
just believed in themselves.
the whole just joke of like, yeah, no, that's a better plan than what I was gonna do. Yeah, let me do that real quick. So, and this is actually me having a very uncultured question here. Can cupcakes kill themselves
Oh crap.
by
No.
healing? Okay.
No. Once they're low enough, I don't even think it's down to the last hits, but once they're low enough where or just like a few health left, they just stop healing and dealing damage to themselves.
Carbo's going for the pancake.
It's got to.
Gotta get that pancake. Man, Runner is just on it with the heals, not having any trouble.
Wait, what's the
Oh no,
What level?
Carbo, not Runner.
What level?
It's Carbo.
Oh, the batter.
Carbo's cupcake's
Oh.
Carbo. It's got
How
the,
how could I forget? Of course.
Alright, it's going.
Oh.
I guess it could be
Oh,
like
very
butterscotch
accident.
frosting
Forgot.
or something.
Purple needs his cupcake to level up.
Yeah, just level up.
Yeah, duh.
Oh, I love that when I'm playing. Pleasant surprise.
Now that would break
I
everything.
get all my health back.
Alright, so Carbo has an option to either finish off that Wraith here or finish off the cake here. Looks like he's going after the cake.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, I think he has to shoot that cupcake there. Because of the.
Puts
of
him
the
ahead a
food.
lot for sure.
Oh, because it's 3.
Yeah.
Oh, he's doubling
so
down on the
2
cake in
will
case
hit the
one
cupcake.
misses. But he only needs one too, just in case it misses.
Yeah.
Get that security.
There's a confirm.
Oh,
Yeah.
all right. It's pretty much over. Now we just watch this slow.
Oh,
Yeah, that's
they
forfeit.
forfeited.
That's fair.
Game 2. So
All right.
let's see how it
So he
goes.
conceded?
I mean, it was
Yeah,
over.
it was pretty much done.
Yeah, without the cupcake.
Oh, I just noticed that Moth is a pink name. That's actually like really cool.
I
Oh,
really
yeah.
need that.
We haven't seen. I don't know if we saw anyone, but the extra rare thing getting a colored name on a tinted unit. It's possible. It's extra rare. Some people
all
do it.
these rare
Have them.
chances.
Yeah.
Stack the two rare chances on top of each other. Gotta love it.
Extra shiny.
Do you remember? Do any of you, I guess, remember exactly what the chances of a tinted unit are?
No, not offhand,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
That's
a
valid.
question?
Nah, I'm just curious because I never see them.
Oh, the chance of a tinted unit.
Yeah.
I have no clue.
Yeah, no, it was set in ages past.
Oh no.
The number I hear thrown around is 1 in 1,000. I don't know if it's right or not, but that's why the wits get thrown around.
No need to flex on us at Thomas Tomming. I see that. I've had 2
What?
tinted units today. Nice. I haven't had a tinted unit in 5 years.
All right.
That's a lot of pit people you got to sift through.
Most of my tents come out of the market because I never leave the town. I only go in the pit ever.
Oh yeah, I guess if you do a lot of PvP, you make money that way, huh?
Yeah.
I definitely play a lot more PvE than PvP.
I thought about maybe trying to like go into the pit and do some PvP, like leading up to this stream.
Get
but
into the tournament, win the
I
cash.
knew I was
Yeah.
just gonna
Yeah.
get destroyed. But maybe one day I'll pop up there if anyone wants to destroy.
Yeah,
If you
just do,
stream,
Maybe
just
like a newcomer.
stream of trying to do PvP. Yeah.
Oh yeah, just get like the entire Behemoth staff, do like I don't know, top 8 tournament, and just like okay, the one person on staff who learned that Pixie Bolt's a good team and stole that.
QA's
that's
gonna
the guy who
win.
wins.
QA's gonna
That's
Yeah,
gonna
QA
win.
knows everything.
Yeah, QA wins whenever it comes to that.
Oh, QA. I don't want to ask the QA people what they think the best PvP teams are.
That
And
would
doing it
be
again.
fun.
Hey, did you like that match we just saw? Let's do it again.
What?
Wow! Yeah! Whoa!
All right,
both went the
placing our
same.
bets. We
My
believe in
bets
both
are
teams.
For, this I don't the team with wraiths on it.
Oh my. So I was thinking we would get Pixie Bolt versus Pixie Bolt and not Wraith Bolt versus Wraith Bolt. Which is probably better that we're getting Wraith Bolt versus Wraith Bolt because at least they like kill each other a little bit better than Pixie Bolt versus Pixie Bolt where everything's fire resist. They're doing a little bit more damage, so it'll go a little bit faster. So it could be worse. Maybe we'll get that next game, who knows.
So how upset
so-
are we about this cannon situation?
Cannons are usually pretty bad. They're a bit annoying. If it wasn't for the cannons, this would be the best map in the game because it's the most open map.
You want to give us some insight about how the cannon works?
Alright, so you go in the cannon, you pick where you want to explode at, then on that enemy's turn is when it goes off. So you can pretty much just like, alright, just not go where it's going and you will never get hit by it.
It's more useful for hurting the other team than it is for actually getting, hitting them. So, because you always get that warning and then you can move away. But you can control, where the players are going to go because of it.
That is pretty interesting. They can't like walk through that now.
Yeah, or at the very least, they can't be there.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yes.
It's always different.
Yeah.
We've had
Well, it's wherever
cannons
they-
be pretty
they-
big factors of matches before, but it typically, like really high level players are able to find a way just to like kind of nullify it.
I see.
But there were definitely two matches whenever we were leading up to this where the cannon was like a defining factor.
Yeah. I mean, I like playing around the cannon sometimes because sometimes I just go right into the hazard area and just stall my units in a way where the cannon just doesn't even hit anything even though I'm going the path. Those are my favorite.
It also depends heavily what unit you're sacrificing to put in the cannon.
Oh yeah, because if the cupcake's in there, he can't heal at all.
You know what these two
We
need
can't
to
keep
do?
up with the other team at the very least.
Yeah.
the
These
rest
two,
of the
what
team.
these two need to do here is just say, hey, you want to agree to get out of the can so we can actually start the match.
I'm playing for the neutral, like, no cannons?
That's what needs to happen here. Carbo, I know you're listening. Speak up. Say, can we avoid cannons and start the match?
Never in my life did I think that I'd see this many wraiths in a final, and of all finals, this final. Especially the tournaments that we've hosted, we don't see that many wraiths. Funny
I mean, it's a shield team. The shield team beats this. It just,
yeah.
I don't know. This
Everyone in
Wraithful
chat
such
said
like
that it was the safest option.
it can be.
Druppel
I
playing
mean,
coy.
there's things that beat this, namely shield teams. Use that Octo shield team, it just wins. Like, see, the reason they're doing Wraith Bolt is literally, it's just because it beats Pixie Bolt and people are scared of Pixie Bolt. That's what's happening here. Unless you're Druppel, in which case you just beat Pixie Bolt.
It's so Jover.
So they're moving away from the cannon.
To demand the cannon. Huh?
Yes. Yeah. This is going to turn into a game of Battleship.
Is this 1v1? Yes, this is a 1v1. Geb, the Lord of Chaos.
No,
Love
it's
your
2v2, just the other half the team already died already.
Yeah, clearly.
A question I want to ask you all is, for the Behemoth, you guys at the Behemoth, we've noticed you just supported this tournament here, just kind of out of the blue, like $1,000 for a tournament. Can we expect you to support tournaments like this, or other members of the community, or Behemoth community, like Castle Crash and whatnot, in the future, like this one-time thing, or what can we expect out of this? Because I'd love to do stuff like this again in the future, make it a 2v2 next time.
So we have plans to hopefully do events for like all of our games in the future. And we would hopefully do more Pit People events too. But we're not 100% sure on like when that'll be. But yeah, I think we would like to do stuff like this in the future, more like contests, competitions the community can get involved in. We recently did the Castle Crashers art contest for Valentine's Day. We did Pink
That's
Night.
right.
That's a little bit different than like a tournament, but yeah, we're trying to get stuff like that planned to let the community participate for all of our games. But yeah, we don't know when exactly we'll be able to put on stuff like that for each game. But yeah, hopefully that answered the question.
Yeah. I'd be down to just do this like once a year, this time of year, every year. Sounds fun.
Once a year, every year? Honestly,
Yeah, why
when
not?
we were planning this, I was like, this kind of does seem like something that could be annual, so.
Yeah. There's a
One of the-
when is that turn-based tournament coming up in April?
Turn-based in April?
Yeah. Is it April or May? There's a group of people who play turn-based strategy games, indie turn-based strategy games that are putting together kind of a
Oh, like a festival thing.
a festival, week celebration. It's not really a tournament, but we just found out about it yesterday or the day before yesterday. So
Get Pit People names in there.
might be
Yeah.
a thing to check out for people.
So the feelers are definitely out.
Yeah.
Sorry if that was not a good answer to the question on my part.
I didn't hear the
All right.
question.
I mean, it's
Oh.
my dream to have
Oh.
an in-person Pit People tournament at one point.
Oh,
The
that would
idea
be
of doing
awesome.
something like this more regularly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
we have plans for that.
Yeah.
Well, Mr. John Behemoth said,
Mr.
Yeah.
John Behemoth.
Yeah.
so.
Mr.
I mean,
Yes, Mr. John Behemoth. Yeah.
We have done in-person stuff at PAX for Pit People before.
Yeah. Yeah.
Something that we did that I think would be I'll word it this way. One of our favorite, because we've done other tournaments and stuff, you know, with also other Behemoth games, and we did one for Castle Crashers, but it was a back-off Barbarian tournament, and that was very well received. Nah, the back-off Barbarian, you wouldn't believe it. There's an oddly competitive existing thing for that specific thing, and I think it's really funny.
Yeah. How many people did you get to do that?
We had, I can't remember, because it's been like almost 6 months. I think we had 16 players, and I know one of the players was the person who held the world record. For
I know we did a back off barbarian tournament at one of the shows.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
we did. Actually, at PAX West, we did. It was like just running all day. You could just come up whenever you want to the back off
And
barbarian
get the
machine.
longest time.
Yeah, and we
Yeah.
have like a leaderboard on the arcade tab, so your initials would just stay there if you were the winner. But
The winner was
We're
someone
gonna have
named Mean
tournaments at
Cuisine.
PAX, right?
yeah. Yeah, we're actually going to be doing a back off barbarian tournament at PAX East in
Oh,
Boston. If anyone's
sick.
going, come by. You could win some cool Behemoth merch.
And also, Wreckerless in chat was the second place player. Hello, Wreckerless.
Hello, Wreckerless.
Oh my
Good
gosh,
job.
we've got on the Twitch feed, we've got an Omega Knot who will be at PAX East. His name is Kirby Rocket.
Oh, see you
Very
there.
cool.
See you there.
Heck yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, we'll be running competitions for different games. Depending on which day of the show you'll be there, so we'll be posting about the complete schedule soon if anyone is headed to PAX East this year.
Was this the cupcake? Druppel's cupcake is a little bit on the isolated side right now.
Oh, he said his timer ran out. He took too long to finish
Oh,
his
no.
turn.
What's that?
Of all the boys to be left behind.
The timer.
No, that's just gonna that just won Carbo the game.
Oh no.
Yeah, he just wasn't on top of his positioning as well as he had to be. Carbo really has to make sure he doesn't mess up this turn, because if he does, he just gives Druppel
gave it-
that
he
what
gave it-
really
he gave it
doesn't wanna
away.
do. Yeah.
Here's a
I-
question.
oh yeah. Shoot.
Should that timer be reduced during tournaments?
Reduced. I think it's in a pretty good spot, honestly, because it's
I
just
think
like
there's an argument.
We
I
say
think
as the
there's argument
cupcake
outside
just
of
gets
that.
beaten
Yeah.
up.
Yeah, I mean, like we just saw here, like sometimes players just genuinely run out of time.
Yeah, because of it being as short as it is now.
Yeah.
Especially in
got caught
2v2s
out.
when you have to
Right.
communicate with people, it's just like figuring that out. Like you are so stretched for time. 45 seconds is not enough. A lot of time to figure out exactly what you want to do. So like it being the same, like I think 45 is where you wanted it to be.
Carbo said, "Get him back. I'm beating you honorably."
Oh yeah, Carbo could have placed that top cobalt or that rightmost cobalt a little bit higher and just prevented that comeback.
Oh, thank you for the kind words, Geb, Lord of Chaos. That means a lot.
What do you say? Man, that cupcake is getting demolished. Sounds
No,
about right.
before that.
Oh, before
Yeah.
that.
No, that cupcake is getting demolished, though.
Run, gluten.
Yeah, I got it back, so it's just like the only you can take that much damage on a cupcake. You have to protect it a little bit more now, but realistically, he is so fine. Actually, it'll be fine.
Whoa.
Wow. Yeah.
You know what? I
mean,
want
we
to go
all
back
had to
on
hit that.
something. You mentioned does the timer need to get reduced in tournament? I'm just gonna say yes, just to guarantee you guys update the game.
I didn't hear
big
anything. I didn't hear. I don't got anything. So what'd you guys have for lunch? Eh?
Did you guys eat?
Yeah. Cobalt down. Is there anyone
Yeah, Druppel lost another cobalt, and they both lost
Oh,
a cobalt.
Yeah, they're down there, both at 7.
I love the little ghost cosmetic on the cold. Little ghosties.
Look at the ghost.
So, okay, so refresh me on how exactly double eliminations, like, finals work, Jeb, because all of the tournaments I've ever hosted, we don't do double elimination.
So if
So,
Druppel wins this set, the set resets and they have to do it again. Pretty much is what it means because Carbo's come from winners. He needs to lose twice to lose. But if Carbo wins here, it's just over. Carbo was the winner. So it could be a few more games left, or this could be it. We don't know.
Okay. Interesting.
Okay, that's good to know.
Yeah, I was,
So this is
Carbo win. We want to be done with this.
Carbo wins. Done.
and then it's over.
Another one.
We start the tournament from the beginning.
Yes, from
Yes,
the beginning.
all 32,
trolls.
all
Everybody
32
plays.
Yep.
participants.
Everyone plays Troll Moms, yeah.
Yeah, everybody plays Trollmon forever.
We just hear in the back, like, John Behemoth putting on, like, his I Love Carbo t-shirt. It's just...
Yeah, man.
Ooh. So Carbo has a close round on a cobalt here, which will lead to it being dead. I think honestly that what I'm saying here is that Druppel messed up that cupcake timer run out on him. That just kind of messed up his focus a little bit because he's positioning Druppel's doing is not as good as it's been the last game. Like I think he's getting. Also, I know he's in the Netherlands. It's getting real late for him, but like yeah, he's dropping his play a little bit. I've noticed. He's not positioned quite so well. That
I mean,
is
it's
such
easy
a-
for that to imagine that getting in your head. Like, that's
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
huge...
I mean,
Totally.
it's not talked
But
about
then
as much
that's
as
how
it is, but
champions
like
are
how
made, right? The
important
comeback.
it is just to
True.
focus on what you're doing, because that just matters so much.
Yeah, there's so many different edge cases
Yeah.
for how, there are openings that you just are so hard to catch sometimes.
There's a really good player seed for this tournament who lost out, just lost sight of what they were meant to do positioning wise and team pick wise. Mar is just should have been here today. Mars just one of the players of the tournament. He didn't make it today.
I mean, we saw that a few games ago where
Yeah.
we lost a cupcake from that Wraith having, just enough range.
It is
Yeah,
funny.
I love a
It
cobalt.
is funny seeing so many similar
Oh.
units.
Sneezy.
Sneezy is about to
Sneezy's in a lot
blow
of
his
trouble.
nose, huh?
Carbo's getting a kill here. And just that kobold's dead. And it looks like he's trying to focus his race on that cake a little bit, which, you know, makes sense. Kill the cake, and he wins the game.
I love that you can just say things like that straight with pit people. Kill the cake and you win the war.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah, that's what it's all about.
No, this is looking pretty good. Yeah, I was preparing to say something super, you know, motivational or you know, jaw dropping. Yeah, I have nothing to say.
Ready to watch the sneezy execution. No, he'll dodge it all.
Nah,
I
clearly.
believe in him.
Stabby stab.
Here's just a shout out to
Dodge.
Kirby Rocket
Oh.
because he's going off
Double.
of the,
Okay, that was
stream.
2 race at the AOE
So,
at a
see you, Kirby
1
Rocket.
and
Thanks for stopping by.
Thank you, Kirby.
And if you're going to PAX, see you at PAX. And if you got a job as at an indie dev, good for you.
Heck yeah.
So, question appeared in my brain. But once again, Aaron.
Yes,
Listen.
I am here.
So-
I am listening.
So I know you're in charge of, you know, level design and like story writing. So were you also in charge, a part of like unit design, like what each unit did?
Less on that. That was more on Dan's side for pit people, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I put in a lot of feedback and requests, you know, because I wanted custom elements for certain
Yeah.
quests. But yeah, for
Yeah,
the core mechanics, it was really just observations. So we all pitched in on that level.
All right. Yeah. I was just wondering, yeah, if you had any stories to tell from that sort of aspect of game development. But yeah.
well, there's been a few balance change updates throughout the lifespan of this game. So how's that done?
I was about to say. I mean, there were some horror stories. You know, we'd have one thing pull way ahead, and then we'd have to, you know, course correct. But
Well, you
I mean,
didn't
vampires-
Like, Wraith Stampede everything.
the vampires, the vampires were an early contender for just like way too strong, and are still arguably, you know, so good at finishing off units.
I don't think so. Based off the games I've seen, like the best Vamp team is that Vampire Cobalt team, and it's not super good.
Yeah.
I've seen Vamp Bold.
Oh,
pull
you
out
mean
some-
you mean now as a
Yeah,
like post?
now it's
Yeah.
not.
No, I mean I was
now-
talking about during development, but yeah.
Yeah.
I'd say still I've seen Vamp Bold pull out some good wins in modern day still, but yeah.
Was the vampire was too OP before? The
Yeah, there was.
Vampires?
Yeah, there was a period where, I mean, we had to put in some weaknesses, like the weakness to air,
Oh,
you know, ranged attacks,
Right,
because it was
right.
just.
I'm still trying to learn all of the weaknesses.
Yeah, they're in the guide,
fine,
but
I
it's a
still
little
don't
hard
remember them
to.
all.
I like to just read the guide when it pops up and not ignore it for later.
I think we also had humans. Like Dan had a team that was like humans and light weapons. That was super scary because it was just so hard to, like, they would dodge so well, and humans I think had more health at the time, and yeah, it's a lot of tuning. And like I was saying earlier, we ran metrics to try to face every combination of team against every other combination
Yeah.
So,
and see. But it's hard to like, without the human element, it's hard to anticipate. And we're, you know, there's only so many humans at the Behemoth to try these different things out. So a lot of that came down to QA, trying out, you know, all these different teams and trying to find what was, if there was like one way to play.
well, it kind of is.
We've seen
Pretty
a
good, it
few
turns
ways.
out.
We've seen a few ways. We've seen a variety of teams so far. So that's good. But yeah, I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if one unit or a couple of units pulled ahead for sure. I think that's a little inevitable in the hands of a good player.
So, there's one item, a human item, that almost got banned this tournament. It didn't end up getting used at all in this finals, which genuinely surprised me because it's really overtuned. It's the, I forget the exact name, but the bowling harpoon or the stun harpoon. You know what I'm talking about?
The Stinger, I think is literally what it's
No,
called.
no, that's a different item. Stinger's
Okay.
the blind one. Someone in chat will remind me what the name of the item actually is.
Oh.
But Bowler's Delight, actually, I think it's called. Anyways, so that thing, like, in the town, whatever, it shows you when you see how much damage all of your different items and whatnot does. Like, it says, compared to normal harpoons, it does, like, I don't know, like 11 compared to, like, a 15 a normal harpoon would do. But in practice, it's doing more damage, on average 0.5 damage more than normal harpoons, and has a stun.
And it
so
has a stun, I was going to say.
So it's just strictly better. So much so that any team that doesn't have cobalt or shields will just lose to it and spam. Just straight up. Long range bowler, that's what it's called.
And that's been banned here.
No, it hasn't been banned.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
I'm surprised no one's brought it out yet. I guess it's because of all the cobalt teams, you just kind of lose. But it beats literally everything else. That's part of the reason cobalt teams are so good, because it just beats that devastating thing.
I see.
It's a very, very powerful item, especially in spam, because you can have, I think, 10 of them at max, so you can have a team of just all of them. And it just beats so much of the game.
There's a pancake.
Get that pancake. It looks
Yeah.
delicious. It looks like
I
one of
know,
those
I
extra
want
fluffy
pancakes.
Japanese
Exactly.
like pancakes. Yeah.
I want that. I need
Big
it.
pat of butter.
Yeah, Pinterest
I
pancake.
love all the
That's my favorite kind of pancake.
cupcake cosmetics that are like not just frosting.
Yeah.
That's like something you'd see on the box for a cupcake, Pit People cupcake mix. Not just frosting. Also sometimes bones.
Oh, wow. So at this point of the game, would anybody expect to go into the rocket launcher and
No.
try to do something?
Probably
I mean,
not.
if you're too close to it, they're too spread out, they
Yeah.
have too much movement. You can't really get anything out of it at this
And you're not
point.
going to want to sacrifice the unit not doing their own attacks
Yeah.
for the chance of blowing someone up. It would, yeah.
I mean, it does at most the same amount of damage as a Wraith hit will do, so it's just like not even worth it.
The difference is the AoE of it.
Yeah, you just want to use your units to attack or defend or what have you.
Oh, so he just threw the empty frosting on the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have a miss chance. We haven't seen a lot of those, above average amount of misses today.
Yeah. This one kobold is
So wait, you can go pick up the frosting.
Either-
I did not
Yeah.
know that.
either side can pick up the frosting, and that is clutch, right? Because he's about to get that heal.
That's crazy.
I mean, that's honestly coming to play a lot, this top four, so let's see it.
Yeah. Look at that.
Yeah.
My mind
Look
is
at that.
still blown.
So that's 3 heals
That
in
this
that one
teams are
turn,
exactly
and that
the
was a
same.
good roll for the heal too.
Yeah. Yeah. Look at that health bar.
I'd say either side still has a good chance here.
Every time I think I have it figured out in these matches,
Yeah.
it's like the opposite.
Well, what I'm looking at right now is Carbo has a lot more health on his cake because of what happened early on.
Oh, true.
And even right now, you see Carbo just got hit on the cake, so like, once the cake's down, it's over. That's what Carbo's going for now.
It's actually disorienting, like switching from like my usual co-hosts who call everything gluten. It's just like, oh yeah, wait, they're not. Yeah, they're not all just gluten. Yeah, wait, hold on.
And I feel like when me and Sarah are talking about Pit People are playing, we call the cupcakes gluten too.
No, and that's so valid.
You're just like, get the gluten.
Call
That
the
sounds like
cakes.
that's my daughter when we have the stuffed gluten.
Aw.
And so she's when it's bedtime, call the gluten. Yeah.
Oh, that's so
Isn't that adorable?
It's actually adorable.
Sickeningly adorable. That's great.
Meanwhile, I got a Behemoth chicken plush around the time I started, and one of my friends who lives a couple hours away, I didn't know.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
wow.
now we got a wraith.
Oh, might win
Wow.
this. That's really important. Like, yeah, Carbo's damage is just out the window now. Carbo just needs to somehow manage to kill that cupcake. If not, then he just
Gonna-
loses because he's going
That's
to get out
gonna get
damage.
interesting.
We're gonna need a lot of
Get the
a
cupcake.
lot of kiting, right? Like keep that cupcake relevant as long as possible.
I mean, Carbo has a lot more health left, so he can be more aggressive than Druppel can be.
Oh.
But I'm thinking that, and he also really needed that kill. If he got that kill right back, then Carbo probably would have been fine, but no luck.
Wow.
Yeah, and if Carbo wins this, like he just wins, like straight up, right?
Yep.
What's the range
This is-
on the cupcake?
That's only
It's
2.
2 tiles.
Yeah, and then it randomizes
Well, yeah, but
on the miss.
it's
but yeah,
only 2.
It's only 2.
Really?
This is exciting.
Was it always
Look
only
at
2?
this. Yeah.
Yeah. Did you think
Yeah.
there's more? That's way too much range.
It's already pretty good.
I mean, cupcakes are one of the best units in the game. Like, every team has a cake. It's just too
Yeah, that's
powerful.
why they have the crown on, huh?
That's why mushrooms had to be invented to.
Oh yeah, we didn't see a single
Yeah,
mushroom today.
yeah.
I never
Yeah.
saw a mushroom or robot.
I mean,
Or
My
hair.
poor, my poor
there was a
robots.
chance we
Or-
would have seen something like that. Just didn't happen.
Yeah, wait, we saw troll moms before we
Yeah,
saw.
troll.
God.
Grendel XLR showing up, representing.
No, this is just a nail biter right here. I mean, Druppel's like, you know that they're sweating. I mean, if they lose this, I mean they lose.
Yeah, Druppel does not
yeah.
want to lose here.
Nobody puts Druppel in a corner.
We didn't see any Gorgons or gnomes either. I'm not surprised we didn't see any gnomes.
We didn't see so
I-
many of the units.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
There's also just a lot of units.
There are a lot, yeah. Well, we saw a lot of the same teams getting pulled
Yeah.
back in. So
I mean, the only one. Think about this. The only person who'd been using different kind of teams was Norm, who just kind of got destroyed. There's a reason Norm got destroyed when he was using different stuff.
Yeah. Would you say in the tournaments there's usually more range of the type of teams you see?
I mean, usually when you come to finals, it really does kind of slim out to those few top teams.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That's why with the tournaments that we host, we always actively find a way to make the rule set in favor for different things, like with the you have to have a hero vampirus, or you have to kill the king or whatnot. So that's typically what we try to do to minimize people just constantly using like Pixie Bolt or something.
Do you ever do 2v2 tournaments?
Oh yeah.
We did do that.
Do those get crazier with
Oh, it's
Sort of. That's a way
Yeah.
to put it.
the organization involved?
You get a lot more dropouts.
Oh.
oh, that's true. I could see that.
Yeah, because there's
That's too
just
bad.
more people involved.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd be interested in seeing a 2-slot unit required team comps. So you always
Oh,
have to
that'd
have.
be fun.
There's definitely team comps that perform so much better whenever you have a second person.
About to see a lot of Stormstick. Yeah, one of the best 2v2 team in the game is just literally one Cyclops with 1,000 shards, 2 Cyclops with Stormstick, and then the rest of the team just unicorns. And that just beats literally everything.
The story weapons.
Yeah.
Gotcha. And that's just an AoE kind of.
I mean, yeah. You'd
It's
think
'cause
like
of how much
shields.
they hit.
Yeah. Unicorns just do too much damage, is all it boils down to.
My honor costed me everything.
I mean, there's worse reasons to go down.
I'm sad we didn't see any mushrooms.
Well,
I mean,
honor
Druppel is
is-
kind of set out to win this right now, so we'll see.
Druppel's pulling a bit of a lead, so it's not impossible.
I mean, because of the Cobalt teams, we're not going to see. I don't know what these guys are going to use next. Because the way I see it, they have a few options here. They use Wraith Bolt because Pixie Bolt's the best team in the game, and this beats it. But the counter to Wraith Bolt is the best counter to Wraith Bolt anyway is the shield teams. Which of course I'll just lose to Pixie Bolt.
Yeah, when is the best team in the game not the best team in the game?
It's the second best team.
Yeah.
Perfect.
I mean, there's a few teams, like, people have found teams that, like, alright, I need to beat shield teams, I need to beat Cobalt teams, and people have found a few things that do it pretty good. They just like can't beat all shield teams or all cobalt teams.
Oh.
Oh, man.
For a risky maneuver.
I see what he's doing here. So that middle right there is in kind of a struggling spot, and then he set up pretty good to kind of focus that cake next turn. We'll see if he goes for it.
Yeah, that Wraith can't. I think he can't not be able to hit the cupcake, right? There's no way to get away from him.
I mean that Kobolt's probably just dead here from Wraith.
Though that's not a bad move though, because it focuses the damage on that, keeping you guarantee what a Wraith is going to be occupied on with that move, so you could probably move somewhere else into a different strat because of that. At least that's how I would think about it.
I mean, even right here, like Druppel's in a good spot where Carbo can't catch up to that cake here. He can't target it with anything. He can kill a Wraith though, but at that point it's only 2 Wraiths for 2 Wraiths. Druppel head on health, the Carbo head on cake health, so.
I have to let it go to save my cupcake, sadly.
Oh, this is scary. Okay.
Okay.
That Wraith is gone.
Okay.
There's a lot of health on Druppel's Wraiths, though.
Yeah, Carbo needs to somehow manage to kill that cake, and even then that might not be enough.
I would argue that
I think
if
Druppel just
they
wins. I think
killed-
Druppel wins these.
I would argue that if Druppel's gluten got killed, then it would be GG. But yeah.
Oh,
Pancake.
delicious pancake, maybe. Right in the position you need to be to aim too.
Yeah.
Oh, we're going for the hit. Oh no, that's right. You get it on the way. I forgot about that.
Right.
I
I'm
didn't
already
know you
thinking.
could do that. That's cool.
Do you have to mark it? You don't have to
No.
mark it.
No,
That's just
you just go
communication.
over it and you get it.
Wow, maybe your honor is returned.
Oh, they just. Okay. These are definitely big brain plays. High IQ performance.
I mean, Druppel always finds these. So I'm already thinking about what the next teams these guys are going to use, because I'm pretty sure Druppel just always wins here. I don't see a way Carbo somehow finds a way to kill that cake, unless Druppel messes up big time. But even if he does that, it might not even be enough.
So strong.
I mean, yeah, I suppose both cakes are technically healing for as much as they're doing damage.
That's what I'm saying. If
Yeah,
Druppel gluten is dead, I am leaning towards Carbo victory if that
Carbo's not
happens.
even doing a great job protecting himself. His own cake. I suppose they can't take
I don't
a
know
few
why
hits.
why do they keep trying to
Carbo's trying to just kind of put his Wraiths in a spot where he can get a hit at that Wraith by getting them far apart from each other, which is doesn't.
It's trying
I don't
to corner him at this point, right? Like if he spreads out his Wraiths, then he'll be able to, no matter which way he goes, he'll be able to hopefully get one within range.
Something.
It's something.
Something like that.
What's the move
Alright.
distance of a Wraith?
3.
It's it's the
That's why you
standard.
hero your cakes. If they weren't here, it would just be over for whoever had the hero cake, because they can protect it so much easier.
Oh,
You see, Carbo doesn't have. Yeah, Carbo can't do anything this turn.
can't he get in range to go after the cupcake?
Nope.
Or no? Okay.
There's no tiles available for it. Druppel's playing well.
Yeah. Really?
Focusing him down though. I mean, there's only so much more room to retreat, right? Like,
Yeah.
I feel like if Druppel focused, yeah, all right, they're going for okay. This comes down to if they actually manage to kill the
juking it.
cupcake.
Oh.
He doesn't
Oh,
like
they
that because he
claim it too,
knows
that's
Druppel knows that Carbo's just going to kill the cake, and Carbo's cake's enough to survive that. Has enough health to survive that.
Huh.
I don't know if they intended it for it to be this close, but
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
We're probably in the same room.
Oh, that's not.
All right, now I'm gonna lose a little bit, and then you lose a little bit. And...
This might be a
Okay.
Carbo win. That was
Did
a
an accident
mistake.
happen?
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't like Carbo not meleeing that cake though with his other wraith. I think like Carbo needs to go for a melee there.
I'm not expecting
Grace
Grace
this time. No.
Finish him.
Yeah, that's dead.
Yes.
So it's not
I say
necessarily
Carbo
over.
wins.
It's not necessarily over
Not
because
necessarily, but
Carbo just needs to
they
find a
might
way.
be able to kill that cupcake though. Actually, before time to sweat.
Oh, this is scary.
Oh, we're also feeling very sweaty right now.
Wow.
Uh-oh.
All right.
These
So at
big
best,
arms are heavy.
Carbo can give Druppel just a 50-50 chance of killing this cake here. He can't fully protect it. Wait, can he? No, he can't.
Yeah,
Druppel
'cause
has a
that wraith
50-50
is gonna hit
chance.
it,
Yeah.
or at least get a shot on him.
Yeah.
Oh,
Unless if he can't go for the frosting because if he does, the cake survive.
right.
He's going for the frosting. You got to kill the cake there.
You know, humans surprise us sometimes.
Frosting is tasty.
Who can resist delicious floor frosting?
Does Carbo
Wow,
have
they
a way?
might. I'm trying to. Yeah.
Oh man.
Go for another 50-50? Yeah, Carbo's just going for another 50-50. He can't protect himself any better than that.
I
Wow,
mean,
20
all these turns of being
21.
able to focus down are helpful regardless of whether the cupcake survives.
That's a dangerous position.
50-50 chance this cake dies here.
So
We'll
why has
see.
he been holding back that one wraith?
It was just too far away to get in.
Ooh.
All right, he won the
Okay.
coin flip.
All
But here's the thing: Carbo's gonna be ahead of Unity here.
Yeah, and you can
'cause-
focus him down.
I lost the coin flip.
Yeah, Carbo's gonna usually kill that wraith here.
Heads
It would be
or
wild.
death.
Yeah, it's dead. So
Oh, a
I
crit.
think Druppel's still a
now-
touch ahead on health.
It's
But Carbo's
but
gonna be
say
doing
Carbo's
twice the
gonna be-
damage.
Yeah, I was gonna say quite twice the damage.
Druppel's always going to attack that low health wraith, so it doesn't matter too much. Just separate them so AoE doesn't hit, flash doesn't hit.
Yeah,
Does melee
this
more
is.
damage, or-
No,
I
but
think
it allows you to
Carbo won.
focus,
Carbo won
and you don't get the area.
because I knew it's going to survive one more turn, which means Carbo's for sure going to be ahead on health.
I think Carbo wins this.
Yeah, Carbo won.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn, that was close. So I shouldn't say
Yeah,
that.
that's right.
I'm sorry.
Yes,
Yeah.
we must wait to declare
No,
the
I
winner.
thought if they were able to kill the cupcake, that it would end up being a Carbo win.
Oh!
Let them fight.
Oh man. Such random.
They're smacking each other.
Take that. No, you take that.
Well, I'm about to get a crit on you.
All right, this is it. This is the tournament over.
Not this time.
What if there's a mega crit? A
nothing.
game-breaking crit. That
Just down to one swing.
Oh, there it is. All
And that's
right.
it. Carbo wins.
Congratulations, Carbo,
Wow.
for winning
Carbo,
the
there it
Pit
is.
Offensive
So
official
close.
PvP. I might have mixed up the words. The
One
poop
by-
tournament.
The poop tournament. One by one hit.
Literally has won 10 tournaments. What a guy.
Awesome games. That
Well-
was so much fun to watch, you guys.
Yes.
Yeah, that was great.
I know that was very good. Very good.
Thanks everybody on the stream. That was super good.
Congratulations to everyone who made it to the finals, because you'll be getting a little piece of the cash money. We will contact you tomorrow sometime, at some point, help you get your prize. And big thanks to Jeb and Christian and everyone at the P.O.O.P Discord who helped run this tournament. And I know Jeb and
Absolutely.
Christian you guys are two of the big ones that organized everything. So thank you.
Yeah, thanks
yeah,
for doing
thank
the
you
video thing.
very
Thanks
much.
everybody for
Yeah,
on
yeah.
the stream, like Volstock, who says we remember and love the Behemoth. So good.
Oh, thank you.
I don't know what uprising we're starting, but
The Pit
we
People
don't
Uprising.
we don't want to be AAA, so we're fine where we are. We're right down in indie land.
Adios, amigos,
Great
says
plays,
Carbo.
great plays by all the players. Great games by all the players. That was good. That was fun. Can't wait to see the recap.
This was awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just again, thank you for having us. This was
Until
awesome.
next time.
Yes, until next
Till
time.
next time.
That's time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe perhaps this time next year? Question mark.
Nope.
Oh, I'm so down. I'm 100%
We are
down.
we are
for this.
instituting a 6 or 8 week pre-PAX
Oh,
cooldown. We will
okay.
do no
Yes.
tournaments.
Not right
PAX.
before PAX, but at some point next year.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
After
Sounds good.
I'm gonna go build stick puppets. Thanks everybody
Thank
for coming.
you.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Yeah.
I'm ending the
Bye-bye.
stream. Goodbye, stream.
Bye, stream.